Rightio folks, thanks for that. Righto, we're underway with our first race, which is the historic stock cars, and it will be the 8 car that's leading them through. I think that's the Peanut car, and behind is the 99 machine. As they slide around, these are our golden oldie stock cars. Great to see them back out on the track. The 22E is Vickery Lutheris. The 22N is of course Ken Nell. The 31 Sean Heath. A watch for the 66 of Peter Anglesey. The 99 Darren Goulding. Wayne Ross, our president, in the 96 M car. The 53, we'll get a name for that very shortly. As they fly around, and we look forward to seeing these for 2 days racing on the Stampede weekend. We've got a whole lot of North Islanders coming down, teams from Stratford and Palmerston North. Catching the Nelson guys, I think we've got a Blend Impossible team as well, so looking forward to having those guys. The Stampede not that far away, as we build towards the South Island Super Saloon Championship next week. The South Island stock cars the week later, 1 week off, then we go into the Stampede. We have another week off, and then we go to North Island stock cars as well. North Island stock cars, South Island street stocks. Head still stuck in the North Island. Fantastic MIP meeting last week, but it is the 22 Ken now that's leading this one out from the 8 car of Ken Squire. Watch for the 66 of Peter Anglesey coming through. 53 of Paul Dowell. As we see the cars from yesteryear heading around the racetrack, and it looks like the 99 car is just going to try and slap the pit gate just a fraction as they do fire around, but we're off the front there just looking at the 66 machine. Sneaking into second place, watching for Wayne Russ in the 96 coming through as well. 53 not far away of Paul Dowell. And they are your lead ones, but out in front it is the boss man himself, the man that organises the South Island Historics. It is Ken now leading this one out. I see the brand new boat lined up in the workshop area at our yard, so it looks like the wife's got the new fishing boat, so that'll be quite good. She heads out the ocean at the moment. All she'll be catching is a fair bit of driftwood from the North Island, but it is Ken now leading this one out. As they wander through, of course these guys aren't on our ELS transponders. 66 of Goulding coming through there, and it looks like the 22 is about to catch up with the 99 as they go through, and the checkered flag is out. That is our classic race done and dusted for our first heat. As the race results get added up, but they whose line is it anyway, the points don't matter. Just the local boys, it looks like, here today, which is good to see. With the exception of the 23C, of course, the quick hit Jack Brownlees looks like he's heading up off the back as well. Of course, none of the Thompson boys here, they are running in Greymouth today as well. And while I get ready, we'll get young Daniel, you want to call this one?
All right, away they go, and it's going to be the 12 car of Taylor Martin leading him round. He's got, the 7K of Tyler Weimer's gone round. This could cause carnage. Oh no, he's gone round. And a little bit lucky there not to probably tip over or bang into one or two cars. We will go yellow. That's young Ryan Weimer out of the Kitty Club. Just unfortunately got a wee bit bouncy coming out of turns 1 and 2. And lucky keeping it on all 4 wheels as Zane comes into this one. Oh, these young guys coming through.
Yeah, well, it's great to see them out there starting to really pick up the pace. Keep an eye on Jack Brownlees out of Christchurch. He's had an absolute blinder the last few weeks, and it's great to see. Did a little car swap last week too, but still managed to bring it home even outside of the comfort of sitting behind his own wheel. So keep an eye on him and the Nelson drivers here as well, of course.
All right, so we'll just get a full rerun as one lap was not completed. So we'll get them back into their group positions as it looks like to be the 12 car of Taylor Martin off the front. Looks like he's going to have his brother in behind him, the 48 car of Lockie Martin. So the brother's off the front as it looks like we might be low. We've got still the yellows are on. So we'll get these guys and girls sorted. It was great to see the 8 car of Makina Rawson back out there after a couple of meetings ago, tipped over twice in one night. So good to see her back out there doing it, not letting the rollovers. We've got a replay coming up of the 7K. It just gets a bit bouncy out of 1 and 2, spins it round. Everyone does well to avoid him, and lucky to get out of that. Here he comes again, just gets a bit bouncy, and around it goes. And everyone just goes round. Good reaction times from these young kids as we're about ready to go racing in the 12 car of Taylor Martin. Just sees the green and puts it on the gas pedal and goes. Got his brother behind in the 48 car, Lockie Martin, as they work their way down the back straight. Oh, we got one up. Oh, the 7 car's up on top of the 48, is it? Oh, another one. Oh, it's the 7K again of Ryan Weimer off the back on the... Can't see the number from here. Again, in the wars, the 7K of Ryan Weimer early, Zane.
Yeah, it looks like up on top of the 42 car of Layla Harper there, unfortunately. And look, that number 7 car managing to bump it out there. That was poor Ryan Weimer. And both races, both the same spot, both laps. So we'll just wait and see what happens here. Hopefully Layla Harper's all right.
Here's the replay as we look. Oh, they just come together. And it looks like lucky again not to tip over, and it just gets on the back and manages to come down safely, which is always good to see. And as they work their way down the back straight, looks like lights will be out, so we'll finally get going in this one. Hopefully we can get a full lap in before we carry on as they get ready to go. So heat number 1 of our quarter midgets. 5 laps this one as they build some speed and we go racing, and it is the 12 car of Taylor Martin who leads this round from the 48 car of Lockie Martin. As the 23 car Jack Brownlee tries to get in there, but it's the brothers in front. The 12 of Lockie Martin, the 12 of Taylor Martin, the 48 of Lockie Martin. Oh, 12 just gets it a little bit sideways and lets his brother go through in the 48 car. So Lockie Martin goes through from the 12 of Taylor Martin. Here comes the 88 of Conley Webley as they work their way down the back straight now. It's the 48 of Lockie Martin from the 12 car of Taylor Martin and Conley Webley in there as well. We got the 32 car in there. Jack Brownlee's in there as well. Watch him come through the field as they work their way through. So down the back straight they go now. It's going to be the 48 car of Lockie Martin from the 88 of Conley Webley as they gone 2 laps of 5. So 3 more laps to run in this one, and it's a 48 car of Lockie Martin leading this from his brother Taylor Martin. Oh no, Taylor's dropped back to third. There's Conley Webley sitting there in second in the 88 car. Here come the 2 Christchurch cars having a good battle. Jack Brownlee's looks like he's got the high side dialed in as he looks to go round his the 32 car. But last lap now for the 48 car. of Lockheed Martin as they come off the turn, and it's going to be a race win to the 48 car Lockheed Martin from the 88 of Conley Webley. Here we go, side by side. Oh, I think Jack Brownlee's might have snuck in there for third. The young talented kid out of Christchurch might have just done enough to sneak into third as we got the results coming through. It will be Lockheed Martin, Conley Webley. Jack Brownlee's did get third over Taylor Martin. What a grab at the end of that one, Zane.
Well, great to see them continuing to keep the pedal to the metal right to the very end, and obviously that quick driving paying off there for Jack Brownlees, who just managed to sneak in front of Taylor Martin. Unfortunate for Taylor having started in such a good position, but obviously just dropping back a few places, and no surprise there to see that Lockheed Martin managing to pick up a race win, currently leader here on the competition that's going on. So we'll have these guys off the track very soon, and then we will continue to move on with our race program this evening.
Yeah, we've got our TQ Midgets coming out onto the track for their first heat, and then we get into the heat number 1 of the South Island Superstock title here at Milestone Homes, top of the South Speedway.
Anderton Decorators are a long-established Canterbury company covering the whole of the South Island who love to support their local community. If you require expert advice from design to application, then Shane has the expert team to ensure your next project is hassle-free with a professional finish. Floor to ceilings, walls to roof, inside, outside, commercial or residential. Let our team take the hassle out of your decorating. Give us a call now on 027 Painting. That's 027 724 6846. Anderton Decorators, we have you covered. The St. Nicholas is a familiar sight around Bluff as she steams out to capture Can-Do Fishing's famous Bluff Kinner. Once caught, the Kinner is brought back to the purpose-built factory in Bluff where it is processed, packed and shipped fresh to you. But that's not all that Can-Do Fishing can do for you. Try some of their green-boned fish or delicious power products and you will soon see why seafood from the Bluff is world famous. So head to your local fish market or supermarket and ask for Can-Do Fishing Kinner, fish or power. Can-Do Fishing, there's nothing we can't do for you.
What you think you do with your four-wheel drive. What you actually do with your four-wheel drive.
No matter what you do with your four-wheel drive, we've got the right tyre for you. So come on down to Mag and Turbo.
So as they come down in front of the control tower now, they are still in a holding pattern, still not quite ready to start. So while we're waiting, always worth thinking about what you're going to have for dinner tonight. Don't forget we've got some great food options out there. Go and see my friends at the Little Mexican. The beef burrito is absolutely fantastic. You can also get over there and see Jerry at the coffee shack.
I think you've stolen your moustache, haven't you? You look like a wee Mexican selling burritos.
I think I can still taste some of that spicy sauce on my moustache there, Jody.
And it looks like I've had a couple too many.
All right, and they have got the green. We are off, and let's have a look and see what happens. The number 7 car there diving down onto the inside. That is Morgan Frost, and look at the way he's opened up. But someone is not happy up here in the control tower. We've gone back to the yellow, so maybe getting a wee bit of a jump on the gun there. Back to the yellow flag as we wait. That will be a race restart. Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
Lights are out for a restart, going green this time round. Please wait for the green light. Please wait for the green light.
All right, folks, well, they will be getting themselves ready to go now. Everybody tense and poised and ready to go. There is the green. We've got the green and we're off. And let's have a look and see what happens. Morgan Frost, instant replay. Look at that, taking a very low line there, but keeping plenty of power on. Just in front now by probably 3 or 4 car lengths from the number 8 car of Jack Rawson, who's sitting in behind. The battle for third place is on as we see the number 23 car. That is the 23 car of Dylan Benjamin, romping up around the outside. Have a look at what's going on now. That is a hard charging run there from the number 62 car, John Schuster. Keep your eye on him. Just down on his inside there, you'll see that is Tyler Warnock from Christchurch. Absolutely control of that car as they come down the back straight now up to Bigsy's Hill in turns 3 and 4. But look at the number 7 car of Morgan Frost taking that nice inside line, plenty of time, getting wide as he comes out of turn 2. Coming down into turn 3, and look at the space that he's putting between himself and the number 8 car of Jack Rawson. Well, we've got a battle for second place. Dylan Benjamin still giving plenty of hard work there down on that inside line, but look at John Schuster now. He's gone for the inside. No, he's switched around to the outside and managed to make a huge leap there down into third place. That is John Schuster, and then sitting right in behind him is that number 33 car there of Tyler Warnock. Then we go back to Jonty Austin in the 52, Joe Keane in the number 11 car, and Alicia Hill sitting in 7th place in the number 6. Not much changing up at the front. We've still got Morgan Frost out in front by a country mile. And that is going to get interesting now in lap number 6 of 10 as he starts to make his way through the back markers. You'll see him having to work a little bit harder now. Will they dive out of the way? Will they be in the road? It's going to see Morgan Frost making split-second decisions here to keep opening that lead. But the battle for second is on as the number 8 car of Rawson just goes a little bit high and wide, giving John Schuster the opportunity in the opening he needed. But look at Tyler Warnock in the 33 car. He's just sitting right there on his back bumper and going up high on turn 4. Not making any advancement there. He's going for an inside line now as they come out in front of the control tower, but doesn't manage to pick off John Schuster that time, but he will keep on working at it. Well, we go back there to the number 8 car. That is our previous race leader, Jack Rawson. Then in 5th place is Jonty Austin. Alicia Hill's managed to come up one more to 6th place in the number 6 car. Then we go back to Joe Keane, but it looks like things are changing between 5 and 6. Jonty Austin, Alicia Hill, and Joe Keane. Well, what a great race there to see from Morgan Frost, and John Schuster managing to work his way up to second. An absolute champion. Just keep an eye on him right through the night. He'll be hard working this evening.
Yeah, I believe he won the feature last week, but the overall club points leader is Tyler Warnock from Christchurch, but Morgan Frost, never discount young Morgan. He's had a bit of a hit and miss sometimes with luck-wise with Morgan, but mate, when he's on a pace, that thing can fly. Well, I can tell you at the back there, we've got a whole lot of Superstocks lined up in the dummy grid ready to come out. I'll give you the grid draws for heats number 1, all 18 cars lined up ready to go. We can tell you that the 10C car of Hislop is off the front. On the outside it is the 14 of Raiden Hearn. The 23 of Jake Perry is on grid 3. The 19C of Malcolm Nato, grid 4. The 693N of Shane Harwood, grid 5. The 32 of Mitch Berry on grid 6. Grid number 7 is the 74 of Oakley. The 8 car, the defending South Island champion, the 991 of Harley Robb. Go back to grid number 9, former South Island champion, the 95 of Alex Hill. The 10 car of Chris Baxter is on grid 10. Then we go back to the 8N of Callum McNabb on grid 11. The 12 car is Lloyd Jennings. Go back to the 54N car of Jonathan Webb will be on grid 13. Grid 14, the 48N of Brett Nichols. The 7C car of Riley Evans on grid 15. Grid 16 is the 6N car of Ben Taylor. The 7N, of course, is Ian Clayworth. And grid number 18, right at the back, it is the 557 of Daryl Wallace. AKA Sauce is off the back there. And, of course, one of those cars certainly had a bit of damage over the last couple of weekends up at Palmerston North.
Yeah, unfortunately last week as he was about to jump onto the train, all sorts of issues.
Out ready to race. Here we go. Heat number 1, South Island Superstock action. and it will be Hislop that's going to lead him into 1 and 2. Berry tries to stay low. The 693 of Harwood sneaks under both of them. And here comes the 74 of Oakley as well. We got one in the wall. That is Hislop. He comes out of 2 though. Here we go. The 95 of Hill makes his way up to second spot. Just watching when Natai comes as well. Lloyd Jennings on a bit of the bumper work. It's the 74 car of Oakley goes wide. Spun round, up and over. Here we go. Roll over. He's hit the roll cage. So that's a dangerous one. We saw that in Christchurch a couple of weeks ago with a stock car driver. And Oakley just got spun round just before the pit gate. Up and over she went. Right here, we've got Michael out. He's looking a little bit shaken up. He'll be right. Hopefully there's not too much damage to the race car and we'll get him back out again. Of course, he's only been racing the last month or so. Got the brand new car out here, boosting our Superstock numbers here in Nelson as we look forward to trying to host the New Zealand Superstock Championship. As those folks just hanging on there, we'll see it here. Just got flipped sideways, got tipped over by the 23 car of Berry, and Pete Field had nowhere to go, just clipped the back of the car. Nothing too serious here. Pete was on the brakes as he hit him, and Pete just pulling off the infield. So we've just seen it on the Pits TV live stream. And of course, those that are listening in, Pits TV are showing this live streaming around New Zealand, around the world, and it's great to see their coverage today. And it's good to see them get full coverage of that one. I'm not going to say it, but no, it is great to see good coverage from the Pits TV as always. And of course, they've really upped their game over the last month or so. Great to see the 240s where they actually had commentary with the referees as to what was happening there, and it was a fantastic effort on the 240s.
Well, it's been essential, Jody, I think, with all of the wet weather and race meets cancelled up and down the country, to be able to jump online and still catch a meeting when you're not able to get to where you were hoping is such a good way still to stay connected with our motorsport here with dirt track racing that we love so much.
Here we go. Jumping to start. Here we go. The 693 of Harwood leads through Hill, so it's Christchurch second and third and fourth. Nelson leading 1 and 2. Here comes the 3 of the Glen Eagles chasing them. Brett Nichols and the 32 of Mitch Berry on the outside. The 25 of Lloyd Jennings. As they head down the back straight. Leading in control, it is the Smith machine in the hands of Shane Harwood from Alex Hill. Here we go. The Christchurch bunch continuing as Nichols tries to sneak past the 557 of Wallace. Down the back straight they go, lap number 3, and we've got one spun round. It is Ian Clayworth, former South Island champion. Almost 30 years ago he won his last South Island championship. That's not a good way to start for the 7N car, as all cars back are racing the right direction nowadays. The Pete Field going around there, inside flat tyre for the 27 car of Fields. The Smith starts to lap the back markers. Raiden Hearn there as well. As Smith comes through Hill, then we go back to Harley Robbs, move up the third spot from Natai. Then we go to Nichols and Lloyd Jennings, Wallace and Berry as they go through. 7 to go, lap number 6. As another lap starts to wind down here. First heat, South Island Superstocks, Milestone Homes, top of the South Speedway. And it is all the 693 of Shane Harwood as he leads through, counts another lap down. Alex Hill starting to come under pressure from the 991 of Harley Robb, the defending South Island champion, right on the back of the 95 machine. Natai not too far away. Here comes the 48 Brett Nichols on the charge as well, but they're all playing catch up to the Smith machine as Hill comes through for another lap. Robb not too far behind him, Natai there. Then we go back to Nichols down the back straight, and Smith Harwood just gives a wee bit of a bumper ride to Baxter, pushes him out of the way as we are on lap number 9 as they fire through. So no bumper work being used at the moment, just having the sort out with points as our leader goes down the back straight. Got a few back markers to contend with. He's just going to use his bumper to push him out of the way. Hearn has a go at the 54 machine, rides him up the wall, trying to get one of the local ones. Clayworth pops out, stays out of it as Hearn and Webb go to toe-to-toe. Out in front, it is lap number 10 coming around for the white flag. Will be the 693 of Ben Smith. He's got Hislop in front of him. Hill still being chased by Robb. Then we go back to Nato, who's under pressure from Nichols as the two cars battle, but down the back straight, open area is for the 693 of Ben Smith. And he's going to come around Bigsy's Hill, collect the win from Hill. Robb just drops back a little bit. Natai and Nichols having a bit of a dasher, but that's the way they'll finish. There we go, back to Lloyd Jennings, Dale Wallace, the 32 of Mitch Berry. Coming through, some of the back markers that have been lapped will be Pete Field's flat left front tyre. Wayden Hearn front, right front flat tyre.
Yellow.
His lot's coming through as well. Got spun up early in that heat. And that is the race with 23 parked up on the infield, so got some problems with the 23 machine. The 8 car didn't start the race. The 74 car looking very, very second hand out there, and quite a bit of damage.
Well, no doubt the crews will be working hard in between races to tidy these cars up and make sure that everybody is in good condition. No surprises there on the 693 car of Shane Harwood, Jody. He had an absolute blinder coming back from retirement last week here and managed to take out the club champs in a borrowed car, the car borrowed from Ben Smith. What an absolute stunner that was. He was in control from start to finish.
Doesn't matter how hard the job is, we suck it up and get it done. No matter how dirty our hands have to get, we suck it up and get it done. Suck it up, suck it up, suck it up. Out for suck's sake, suck it up, suck it up, suck it up. Out for suck's sake, suck it up.
Suck it up and get it done with suckitup.co.nz.
Technical Welding Services Hamilton are specialists in the transit concrete mixer industry. From chassis drop-off to a full working concrete mixing, the team will take care of the job from start to finish. Full engineering services and general sheet metal work can also be undertaken. Need a quote? Call 07 847 2031 or visit our website www.techweld.nz. Technical Welding Services Hamilton, we are the experts.
So everybody now will be tensed with their pedals ready to go. They'll be looking for that green so that they can get racing, but we're still on the yellow flag. So the referee is not quite happy to get started yet, but hopefully we will get underway very soon with these different vehicles. Chrissy Wolf sitting in the middle of the pack will be worth watching as well. Just last week during the Club Champs we saw her picking up several places from her original grid, so keep an eye on her there in the Honda Tornio. She's got plenty of skill, plenty of talent, and just on the outside of her is Vaughan Cornelius. I would say that once we get the green you'll see him stick to the wall. He'll be going for that outside line to try and pick off one or two cars very early on. So they'll be waiting now. There's a bit of revs and they've got the green. We are off. So let's have a look at this. Well, there is some contact there from the number 51 car of Eddie Franz sitting in third place. He's managed to get himself a little bit further up. Someone's lost a bumper already. It's the number 7 car from Blenheim of Max Rainey. But look at Eddie Franz coming into turn 3, taking that wider line. He will be looking to close the gap on Dave Leach if he can. Well, Dave Leach still sitting comfortably in the lead there in the number 6 car in the Peugeot. We've gone to the yellow, so they'll just hold now. We've gone to a yellow flag.
For the bumper, it'll be for the 7 car who lost his bumper, and it looks like he may, he carry on. It's only the back bumper. But some early contact there with the 51 of Eddie Franz.
Yeah, look, Eddie Franz is always keen to get his nose down and to pick up a couple of places early on. He doesn't muck around, so he will put plenty of juice on when we go back to the green. Daniel, you've got some official results from the Superstocks.
Yes, we do. First race of the South Island Superstocks, we can tell you that Shane Harwood took it out from Alex Hill. In third was Harley Robb. Then we go back to Malcolm Nartai. Brett Nichols in fifth. Lloyd Jennings in 6th, Darryl Wallace in 7th, 8th was Mitch Berry, 9th was 10 Sia Mike Hislop, Chris Baxter finishing in 10th, as it looks like about to go green, Zane.
All right, so we've got the green and they are racing again. Will it be an instant replay? Let's see who's dived down to the front. It is Dave Leach, and he's starting to open up that gap. Eddie Franz there in third place, and we go to Max Rainey in the 7 car from Blenheim in second place. Watch the way Max Rainey's getting himself positioned, holding that inside line, but not a chance. Well, Eddie Franz just diving around on the outside of him in front of the tower. And now we've got a hard charging number 43 car. That is Scott Ritchie from Greymouth. Look at him now, just down on the inside as they come into turn 3. The number 7 car of Rainey gets a little bit wide, but that manages to push him to the outside. So nothing changing in those top 3, but plenty going on through the pack as we see the number 12 car and number 14 cars working their way up now. That 12 car of Vaughan Cornelius sitting on the inside line. He's pretty happy as they come through 3, and he'll be looking to try and pick off that number 14 car of Sam Martin. Doesn't quite manage to do it this time. Well, look at the battle in first place. Eddie Franz has seen an opening there that Dave Leach just gave as they came down onto Biggsy's Hill, and through turn 3 and 4 he's set himself up beautifully and just managed to close the boot. He's got the nose down in front, so we have got a change in race leader, but Dave Leach isn't taking it lying down. Look at that, he's positioning himself now to try and drive hard and fast as they come through 3 and 4. Then we go back to the third place car of number 7 car, that is Max Rainey. He's still got the pedal to the metal, but the number 43 car, that is Scott Ritchie. He's still got it down. He's wanting to get on the outside, but doesn't quite manage to do it this time. Then we go back to that number 14 car, that is Sam Martin, and just sitting on the inside of him is Vaughan Cornelius. Then we've got that number 7 car, that is the 7 car of Chrissy Wolf. Well, plenty of hard work going on back there, but not managing to pick it up just yet. But look at that. Eddie Franz just continues to extend his lead here in lap number 6 of 10. There is no one near him. He's got a good 4 or 5 car lengths, but the battle for third place is on as Scott Ritchie looks to try and dive down on the inside of that number 7E car of Rainey, but doesn't quite do it, so he's going around the outside instead. He'll be trying to position himself to put on maximum speed as they come past the tower, and he's done it. He's just got his nose in front, shutting the door on the number 7 car of Max Rainey. So the battle for third looks like it's been won by the number 43 car, but Vaughan Cornelius wants some placings as well. He has got the white now, but he hasn't managed to do it, so Cornelius still working hard a little bit further back. Well, a convincing lead here for the number 151 car of Eddie Franz. There is no one anywhere near him, but second and third places are still open in the production saloons as we go back to Dave Leach, who looks like he'll come through second, and then we go to the 43 car. That is Scott Ritchie holding third place. Well, Production Saloon's giving us everything we had hoped for there. Plenty of changes and other cars making their way up through the grid placings. They'll all be picking up points from Heat 1, and hopefully that'll be a good start to the evening for the local Nelson cars with such a good supporting field of visitors.
And it looks like we go back to the 66 car, Charlie Boone out of Blenheim, the 44 car of Sky Yates. It looks like our lights are out and we're ready to go for heat number 1 of our youth mini stocks tonight, as it looks like they're about ready to get the green, and they come off turns 3 and 4. They get the green light and we go racing for our youth mini stocks. And it looks like it's going to be the 41 car of Andre Musgrove leading us round as they work their way down the back straight. Now it is going to be the 28 car. Oh no, the 41 car and Toby Walker having a good battle, but it looks like the 41 car of Musgrove just winning it at the moment. From the 28 of Leela Jeffcoat sitting there in third as they work their way past us at the tower, complete another lap as the 41 car of Andre Musgrove from the 19 of Toby Walker, and then the 28 car of Leela Jeffcoat, the 51 of Cooper Whalen Franz. Then we go back to the 66 car of Charlie Boot, and the 38 of Deegan Broker, the 18 of Luke Higgins, the 5 of Mackenzie Keane as they go through now. Down the back straight they go again. It's still going to be the 41 car of Andre Musgrove leading this one out from the 19 of Toby Walker. As they come off the turn now, they're side by side, a little bit of lap traffic to contend with. They rub panels as they got the lap traffic to contend with. Oh, the 41 car gets spun around. That's Walker who gave him a helping hand round as they work their way down the back straight. He loses a couple of positions. So Toby Walker will take that first spot, but I'd imagine that might get adjourned if the referees have a say in that one. As they work their way past us here at the tower, they completed 4 of 8, so 4 more laps to run for our youth mini stocks. Down the back straight they go now. It's Toby Walker in the 19 from the 28 car of Leela Jeffcoat. Then we go back to the 41 of Musgrove. Oh no, Higgins just got his nose in front from Musgrove. That's the third. So it's Toby Walker, Leela Jeffcoat, and then Luke Higgins in the 18 cars. They work their way past some lap traffic. As they go into turns 3 and 4 now, they'll come off the turn and complete another lap. As they all try and get past that lap, those back markers. It'll always be the winning or losing of the race. We're on lap 6 of 8, so white flag not too far away. But a 19 car is here we go. Higgins has a wee look on the 28 of Leela Jeffcoat. Takes second spot from the 28 car as they work their way through. White flag out, 1 more lap to run. For the 19 of Toby Walker, the 18 of Higgins sitting there in second, then Leela Jeffcoat in third. And then fourth will be Andre Musgrove as he works his way round the last of the back markers as Toby Walker comes off the turn and will take heat 1 of our youth mini stocks from the 18 of Luke Higgins. Then we go back to the Andre Musgrove in third, then Leela Jeffcoat, Deegan Broker, Conley Webley, Charlie Boone, Cooper Whalen France and Mackenzie Keane. Rounding out our top 10 as our youth mini stocks finish their race, Zane.
Well, great to see such a full field of these cars here with us tonight at Milestone Homes, top of the South Speedway, as we contend the great beasts of the South Island Superstock Championships brought to us by Harper Builders. It's always exciting to see so many of these cars out there. This is the nursery. This is the growth area of our sport. This and the quarter midgets. So great to see these youngsters out there having an absolute blast in their first heat of 3 this evening.
Right, so we're just getting lined up. 14 on the grid tonight, so good number. And that's what we seem to get with the street stocks this season, around about sort of 14 to 15 each race night, and that's just our local cars. And you got the visitors just to boost the numbers a little bit more, as it looks like we are ready to go for heat number 1 of our street stocks. And it looks like it will be Taylor Lynch off the front as they put the hammer down, and look at he go. The 1NZ, old Paul Leslie, gonna lead them round heat rounds 1 and 2. Oh, we got one round. Oh, we've got one spun up already. That's the free NZ of Steve Soper. Oh, we got one round already. Oh, the 23 car out of Christchurch gets a wee bit of Dwayne Kennett, gets a wee spin from the 55 car, but it is the 1NZ of Paul Leslie leading it from the 11 car of Cody McCarrison as they work their way down the back straight. The 99 car of Taylor Lynch sitting there in third. Then we go back to the 115 of Richard Bateman. Then it looks like the 808 car's going to come under a bit of pressure from the Free NZ, and the Free NZ just going to return serve and spin the 808 of Timothy Pine round. But it is the 1NZ car leading at the moment. Oh, Taylor Lynch got a bit of smoke coming out the back of the car. Hopefully that's not too serious as they work their way through. It is the 1NZ car of Paul Leslie leading this one out from the 11 car of Cody McCarrison. Then it looks like we'll go back to the 115 of Richard Bateman. Then Taylor Lynch, the Free NZ of Steve Soper. As it looks like Paul Leslie just making his way around those all-important back markers. Goes a bit wide to go round the 58 car of Cassandra Brand. Maybe lets the 11 car Cody McCarrison close the gap a little bit as they work their way down the back straight now. It is going to be still the 1NZ of Paul Leslie, but he's got the hard charging Cody McCarrison almost right on the back of his bumper as he completes another lap 5 of 10. So we've got 5 more laps to run for the 1NZ of Paul Leslie, the 115 of Richard Bateman, the 99 car Taylor Lynch. Oh, the Free NZ just made his way up into 4th. So we got the 1NZ in the 11, the 115 and the Free NZ on 4th at the moment. So complete another lap. It is still the 1NZ car of Paul Leslie showing why he is the New Zealand champion. Oh, the Free NZ still on the 808 of Timothy Pine. Gives him a big spin around, passes at the tower. Oh, the 405 of Samantha Pine had to go round the 808 of Timothy Pine nearly into her teammate as they work their way past us here at the tower. Just trying to pick up where the 1NZ car is. Down the back straight he goes. As we've only got 3 more laps to run in this one, he comes up some back markers now. Oh, he gives the 555 of Taylor's big spin. Oh, Cody McCarrison goes into him hard. And that's the 55 car, Greg Taylor, who gets the spin from the 11 car, Cody McCarrison, and nowhere to go apart from into him. As the white flag should come out for the 1NZ car of Paul Leslie. Oh, the bonnet on the 11 car certainly looking up. Oh, the 23 car just playing maybe a bit of block job for the 11 car. Oh, the 23's done it. Blocked the 11 out to let the 1NZ go through. And here comes Richard Bateman as well past the 23 car. But it looks like the race winner will go to the Ewley Crown New Zealand champion of Paul Leslie. Will take it from the 11 car, Cody McCarrison. Then we go back to Richard Bateman. Ryan Musgrove goes through as well. Oh, there the 23 car of Dwayne Kennett just done the block job on enough for Paul Leslie to come through and take the win from Cody McCarrison.
Yeah, Cody McCarrison was absolutely steaming down there and looked like he was in a good position as they came into turn 3 and 4. Well, 4 and 3, we're running backwards, to be able to pick up a couple more seconds, and that would have made all the difference in Heat 1. But that brilliant block there by Dwayne Kennett just shut the door on him. His bonnet looking a little bit bent there, a bit out of shape. And we've got a few casualties.
Mitchell Hill, and sitting on the outside of him is there the 66, it's Glenn Dury, as they come around the back straight, and they will be now looking for that green, no doubt, folks. So as you see them come into turns 3 and 4, they will be primed and looking for an opportunity to hit the pedal to the metal. They've got the green and there's no mucking around. Look at them go. That number 9 car of Tom Lumsden just motoring around the outside. Look at the line that he's picking up. It's beautiful as he comes into turn 3 off Bigsy's Hill. A little bit of sun coming through there, but he's leading by about 4 car lengths now from the 45 car of Ben Morgan. Then we go back to the number 66 of Glenn Dury. Then it's back to Mitchell Hill in the 22 car. Boy, they are moving quick tonight, aren't they? Look at that number 9 car of Lumsden. He is just opening that lead more and more. And with all of that space that he's got, a little bit high there, but with all of that space, he's picking his line. As we go back further through the field, a bit more pressure on the 45 car to fend off that number 66 of Durry, but he's doing it so far. Then we go back to the 22 car of Mitchell. But look at Jay Chadwick in the 98. He was just getting ready to start with an assault there as they come down. But it looks like the 21 car is going to leap just inside him. Yeah, they've opened the gate there with Mitchell Hill and Jay Chadwick not moving yet, but Wilkie wanting to make a move in lap 4 of 10. But look at Lumsden. There is no one anywhere near him. The front of that field is all his, and there are no changes at all in our top 3 placings. We've still got Lumsden, Morgan, and then Dury. Then we go back to Hill, and then the 98 car of Chadwick. Then it's looking at Nathan Wilkie in the 21 car, back to Jamie Brown and Mark Morris. But there is plenty of room out there as the dirt continues to fly for that number 9 car of Tom Lumsden to just keep on working at his speed and what a pace. He's doing around 13.6 a lap. That is his best lap as we come to 7 of 10. Taking a nice high line. A little bit of smoke starting to come out there as we hear the pops and cracks of these wonderful midgets working hard. Well, look at the number 22 car sitting back in 4th place. That is Mitchell Hill, and he's looking for any opening that he can get to jump into that top 3 placing. He's holding a nice low line as he comes through turns 1 and 2. Watch him now into 3 and 4 as he aims to set up to pick off the 66 car, but doesn't quite do it this time. But he is getting a bit quicker. That is the number 22 car there of Mitchell Hill. Going back behind him, Chadwick. So we've still got Tom Lumsden coming across there with the checkered flag, no questions. He was in control from start to finish, Daniel. No one had a chance to get the jump on him. He just opened that lead wider and wider.
Yeah, he's certainly a pretty good racer as old Tom Lumsden. Unfortunately, was meant to be heading to the New Zealand Midget title in Stratford, got all the way to the ferry and picked him before he got the call to say that they were cancelled, or I think he actually got over to Wellington and they got the call that it was over or something, got to the ferry, had to turn around, go all the way back to Christchurch. But yeah, Tom Lumsden, I think he's won the South Island Midget title before here in Nelson, but boy, he is a quick car to watch. And probably the one to beat tonight, I'd imagine, because he won that by a country mile.
Yeah, obviously knows his way around the egg-shaped track here. Very comfortable just drifting through those turns. And you could see it as he was setting himself to come out of turn 2. He was in a pretty good mid-line and then making the most of Bigsy's Hill. Plenty of speed down the back straight as he came into turns 3 and 4.
Are you building a new commercial business or home? Or is it time that your existing premise has had a repaint anywhere in the South Island? Then Anderton Decorators have you covered. From floor to ceiling, wall to roof, Anderton Decorators offer the latest techniques, equipment and technology to make even the hardest tasks seem simple. Anderton Decorators also has the expert team to take the frustration out of your next project. Call Shane today on 027 Painting. That's 027 724 6846. Anderton Decorators. We have you covered.
Hi, I'm Brittany Carpenter, driver of 85GM, based out of Greymouth. I use wholesale tyres, coloured chrome rims on my car. If you're looking for something unique and different on your car, contact Wholesale Tyres to get these coloured rims. Or get a hold of them on Facebook at Wholesale Tyres, or go onto their website, which is www.wholesaletyres.net.nz. See you trackside.
Need coloured chrome rims? Wholesale Tyres. Good rims, better prices, great people.
Well, leading these guys out is, of course, the Herbie. Now, as a former owner of a 1963 Volkswagen Beetle, I can tell you there is absolutely nothing at all air-cooled about this car, driven by Paul Dowell. It's got a 245 Hemi in it. Paul started racing almost 40 years ago. He's raced something like 30 seasons, racing out of Christchurch primarily at the moment, but maybe making his way back up here to Nelson. So plenty of experience there. Sitting on the outside of him is Darren Goulding in the 99 car out of Christchurch. Then we come back to the inside. That blue beast, that is the number 32 car of Rob Anglesey. And just sitting on the outside of him, the bright yellow machine is the Peanut Racer, driven by Ken Squire. He's running a Valiant Slant 6. Last meeting was his first race in that car. He'd just run it in after a full rebuild of the engine, but he seemed to go okay. Then we sit on the outside there, it's the number 22 E car of Vicky Lutheris. Her first time back on this track in 25 years, would you believe? The last time she raced here, she suffered a broken collarbone, unfortunately, so hopefully Vicky has a better evening tonight. That car just recently rebuilt her old car from the 90s, and after having sat dormant, it was just rebuilt 2 years ago. So she's still running that in, but a great little charger there to have her back with us. First time on the track here in Nelson in some 25 years. Then we go back behind that to the Dave Hewitt 6 times club champ in the 96 car, and then the 66 car of Peter Anglesey running a Ford 6. That's an ex-Tony Frost wagon, and they've got the green. They are off. So let's have a look and see what is going to happen. How does it shake down? No serious changes yet. The number 53 car storming through. That is Paul Dowell in the Herbie Beast, taking a fairly conservative line there through turns 3 and 4, but the 22 E car of Vicky Lutheris, unfortunately, just diving down onto the grass in the infield. Well, nothing too much opening up at the front. We've still got that 53 car sitting in front there. That is our good friend Paul Dowell, and then behind him is Ken Squire in the 8E Peanut Racer. Then we go back to that 96 car of Daryl Pedersen. No, it's not. It's Dave Hewitt from here. And then going back one more is the 32 car. That is our good friend Rob Anglesey in that bright blue beast there. So nothing much happening with these guys. They've formed themselves pretty much into a straight line, but we've just seen the 66 car of Peter Anglesey go around the outside there of the 99 car of Daryl Goulding, and the number 22 car, Ken Nell, storming down the back there. An early race win for him last time round, and he'll be hoping to pick up another one, no doubt. Well, these guys will be racing 10 laps tonight, and no real change in those top 3 positions in the historic stock cars, but so good to see them out there. A fairly manageable class to own and race in. Let's see if that 96 car now is going to make its move. That's Daryl Pedersen, the 96 M car. He's going to be looking for an inside line on Ken Squires in the Peanut Racer, and he's going to dive down on the inside hard. A little bit of contact, but manages, yes, he's managed to get past. He didn't quite shut the door on him there. So a little change there into second, but it looks like Ken Squire's going to have another crack at him. Not this time for the Peanut Racer, who drives off into the infield. So no real change there as they continue to hold a straight line, single file around the track, but a little bit of action there between the 22 car and the 32 car in turns 3 and 4 coming off Bigsy's Hill. Ken Nell trying to dive around the outside, but not quite managing to get there this time. They had Mark Dalton racing for him last week, who was sitting in while Ken was unavailable. And I understand that in the last race for these guys this evening, Josh Nell, Ken's son, will be racing that car instead of Ken. So that will be good to see Josh out there having a go, having recently retired the Superstock after 3 years racing, and that he's knocked that on the head. Well, there we have our historic stock cars. They've got the checkered flag. A great race for these, and so good to see this class growing. Hopefully it continues to do so as we see these historic classic stock cars out there. I'm still waiting to see a tank or two. I'm hoping that they're going to make a comeback, but we'll see what happens in the coming months for these guys as we round out our season.
Yeah, of course, we'll see them here in March at the Superstock Stampede for that teams race weekend, so no doubt we might see 1 or 2 old-fashioned tanks here, and I know a few of the cars from Palmy and Wellington are coming, so yeah, we'll probably see the old-fashioned tanks. Of course, Palmerston North did celebrate 50 years of the tank back in December, so certainly the tanks have been going strong for over 50 odd years, and they still getting stronger. Of course, they are big in teams racing. A few of them were in Palmy in teams racing, and one or two certainly done plenty of damage. Well, Ross Ashby doing a bit of damage on the old 581 of Jordan Deere on night one. Just about went right through his car, smashed the roll cage, and just about tipped old Jordan over. So the tank's certainly still hot on this season, and certainly know how to do the damage.
Well, the number 53 car, the Herbie Beast of Paul Dowell, just coming around and finishing a victory lap. Hopefully you gave him a big round of applause as he went past. Looking out the window, what have we got on the grid next? It looks like our quarter midgets for their second race this evening.
Yeah, they certainly are. Plenty of talent in them, and of course Conley Webley running the youth mini stock as well as the quarter midget, so certainly running both the entry classes. But it looks like the lights are out. We're about ready to go for heat number 2 of our quarter midgets here at Milestone Homes, top of the South Speedway. Keep your eyes on the front, Webley and Brownlees. We go racing, and it looks like Brownlees is going to win the start and win that battle, as he's getting chased hard by the 18 car of Conley Webley. Bailey Benjamin in the 23. Hot on their heels for third, but here we go as Jack Brownlee's at the moment in the 23 car from the 18 of Webley. Then we got the 23 end of Bailey Benjamin, then the 32 car of Brodie Morris out of Christchurch, the 71 of Darcy Rasmussen. Then it looks like it will be the 48 car of Lockie Martin, but at the moment it's the 23 car of Jack Brownlee's leading this one out from the 18 of Conley Webley, then the 23 car of Bailey Benjamin, then the 32 car of Brodie Morris, then it's going to be the 12 of Martin as they work their way through now. It is the 23 car of Jack Brownlee still leading this one from Conley Webley. We've got 3 more laps to run. 23 car of Bailey Benjamin in third, then the 32 of Brodie Morris, then it'll be the 48 car of Lockie Martin running in fifth. But off the front row, a little bit of contact between Morris and Benjamin as they go into 3 and 4. As side by side, look at this battle for third. It's between Morris has just got it. Oh, he's just gone one fell swoop and got third. Dropped Benjamin way back into about 5th spot. So Martin's made the move up, as it looks like the race win will go to the 23 car of Jack Brownlee's. Then it's going to be Conley Webley, then Brodie Morris, Lockie Martin in 4th, Bailey Benjamin in 5th, Darcy Rasmussen, McKenna Rawson, Ryan Weimer, Taylor Martin, Leela Harper and Mac Rawson rounding out your quarter midgets for heat number 2.
Well, an absolute all-star move there by Lockie Martin in the 48 car, managing to shut the door there on the 23 car of Benjamin. Poor old Bailey Benjamin looking like there was an opportunity to move ahead, and Lockie Martin just sliding right in between there and saying, no thank you, this spot is mine, you're going to leave it open and I am taking it. Again, great to see these young racers showing so much talent. It is so promising for dirt track racing here in New Zealand.
No doubt the lights are down, so here we go. Heat number 2 for our 3 quarter midgets, brought to us by the team at Austin Transport. It is Hill and Morris off the front row. Keep your eyes on this one as they work their way into 3 and 4. They'll come off the turn, they'll get a green. We are racing, and away we go, and it's the 47 of Morris who gets the jump from the 6 Carver Hill, but the 6 Carver Hill's taking the lead as they work their way down the back straight now. Into 3 and 4 they go. Can they get around safely? Oh, they do, and it's the 6 Carver Alicia Hill leading this one out from the 11 Carver of Joe Keenan. Then we got the 33 car of Tyler Warnock sitting there in third, the 11 of Joe Keenan. In second is the 6 car of Hill at the moment. Alicia Hill leading this one out from the 11 of Joe Keenan. Then it's going to be the 33 of Tyler Warnock, Morgan Frost. Then Jess Morris in 5th. Keep your eyes on the 7 car of Morgan Frost. He knows his way to the front. He's got a little bit of work to do. It's the 6 car of Alicia Hill leading this one out from the 11 of Joe Keenan, then the 33 car of Tyler Warnock. Here comes the 7 of Morgan Frost. Oh, Tyler Warnock spots a gap on the back straight, just takes it over from the 11 of Joe Keenan, so going to take second. Or goes a little bit wide. May have opened the door for Keenan to come back through. But at the moment, it's Alicia Hill just opening up a nice wee lead. We've got 6 to run in this one as they work their way down the back straight now. Alicia Hill's going to come and complete another lap. It's going to be the 33 car Tyler Warnock sitting there in second. Then it's the 7 of Morgan Frost making his way up the third as they work their way down the back straight now. It's still going to be the 6 car of Alicia Hill leading this one out. As we've got about 5 more to run in this one. It's the 33 of Tyler Warnock, then the 7 of Morgan Frost sitting there in third. Oh, we got a little bit of contact there. The 62 of Stroster just gets into the back of the 11 of Joe Keenan. But at the 6 car of Alicia Hill, still leading this one. She's got 4 more laps to hold on. Got a good lead going as they work their way down the back straight now. Still the 33. Oh, Tyler Warnock in second, then the 7 of Morgan Frost. Another lap down, 3 to run for Alicia Hill as they working their way down the back straight now. Going to come across the back marker in the 12 of Porter. As they go past us here, 2 more laps to run, so white flag not too far away for the 6 car of Alicia Hill. White flag out, 1 more lap to run for Alicia Hill. Here comes the 7 of Morgan Frost. Nearly got second. Down the back straight they go into 3 and 4. And it's going to be heat number 2 win for the 6 car of Alicia Hill. Second's going to go to the 33 of Tyler Warnock from the 7 of Morgan Frost. Then it's Joe Keenan, John Stroster, John T. Austin, Jess Morris, Dylan Benjamin, Jack Rawson, Mark Bissett, Ben Stilwell, Klein Bissett and Graham Porter. Wow, Morgan Frost nearly got there. So close.
Yeah, look, he was hard charging right through, working so hard there, Morgan Frost, not letting anything get by and looking for any opportunity. But Tyler Warnock, what a blinder as well.
Right, here we go. Grid draws coming up. Off the pole will be the 88 car of Chris Baxter. Beside him will be the 8 car if he makes it out, Caleb McNabb. Then it will be the in third will be the 25 of Lloyd Jennings. Then it will be the 54 of Jonathan Webb. And we go back to the 48 car of Brett Nichols. The 27 of 6 will be Peter Fields. The 6 car of Ben Taylor in 7th. Of 8 will be the 7 car of Ian Clayworth. And then we go back to the 9th will be the 557 of Darryl Wallace. Then we go back to the 10. 10th will be the 10C of Mike Hislop. Then we go back to 11 of 14 of Raiden Hearn. The 23 of Jacob Berry in 12. Jake Berry. Then we go back to the 19 car of Malcolm Nartai of 13th. Heat 1 winner Shane Harwood. Got to go all the way back to 14th. Then we got the 32. 15th of Mitch Berry in 15th. Then the 74 who's out of this one, Michael Oakley. 991 of Harley Robb off the back, and so is the 95 car of Alex Hill. So a bit of work for Robin Hill to do. Yeah, of course, Robin Hill off the back. So a bit of work for them to do. We have lost a couple of cars. It looks like we don't have the 8 car of Caleb Manab, and of course the 74 of Michael Oakley, who done that big roll in heat number 1. So we have lost a few, but here we go. Clerk of the course looks like he's happy. Green flag at the ready. He's going to make his way to our AT electrical buggy, and we'll go off and we'll get ready for heat number 2 of the Harper Building South Island Superstock title here at Milestone Oaks, top of the South Speedway. The revs are up. Here we go. We are racing, and away we go, and it's the 88 car Baxter who's going to lead them round. The 19 car's going to go round. Oh, the 10 car gets half a spin as they work their way down the back straight. Alex Hill already up there off the back as they work their way into turns 1 and 2, 3 and 4. As Baxter is leading it at the moment as they pass us here at the tower. Completes another lap. It's the 88 car Baxter leading this one as it's the 693 of Harwood goes in. Oh, Baxter just gets spat right out. Here comes Alex Hill getting pushed. Oh, he gets a wee, gives Ben Taylor a wee tap. Corrects himself as they go through, but it's Harwood at the moment who's taking the lead out of all that from the 48 of Brett Nichols as they work their way down the back straight now. It's a 693 of Shane Harwood from the 48 of Brett Nichols, in the 25 of Lloyd Jennings. Then we go back and forth. Will be the Alex Hill in a 95 car. He's sitting in fourth, but at the moment it's all about Shane Harwood leading this one from Brett Nichols. Nelson 1-2 as they work their way down the back straight now. Still the 25 of Lloyd Jennings and the 991 of Harley Robb having a good battle, but it's still Shane Harwood in the 693. Then Brett Nichols. Harley Robb's made his way up in the third. Alex Hill in fourth. Oh, Webb spun himself round on turns 3 and 4. Oh, looks like Baxter's going to retire to the infield. So it's still Shane Harwood leading this one out from the 48 car of Brett Nichols. Then the 991 of Harley Robb. The 95 of Hill sitting there in fourth as they work their way down the back straight now. It's still going to be the 693 of Shane Harwood from the 48 of Brett Nichols. Then the 991 of Harley Robb. Then the 95 of Alex Hill as we're on lap 6 of 12. So we got 6 more laps to run in this one. It's Harwood at the moment out in front from the 48 of Brett Nichols. Then we go back to the 991 of Harley Robb. He's got Alex Hill and the 95 all over him. That's almost side by side battling for third as they're trying to bag those valuable points for heat number 3. Shane Harwood still leading this one with 5 laps to go. Down the back straight they go into 3 and 4. It's still going to be the 693 of Harwood who gets round the 14 of Raiden Hearn, the 48 car Brett Nichols, the 991 of Harley Robb. Then the 95 of Alex Hill, the 25 of Lloyd Jennings. Then Darryl Wallace rounding out the top 6. It's still Harwood leading it with 4 more laps to run as they work. He comes past us here, completes another lap. 3 more laps to run for Shane Harwood. Then the 48 car Brett Nichols. Then the 991 of Harley Robb. Then it's going to be the 95 of Alex Hill. And then it's going to be the 25 car Lloyd Jennings. Here he comes, completes another lap. White flag will come out very shortly for the 693. Oh, Hill just gets into the back of the 14 car Raiden Hearn. Raiden Hearn just doing a bit of blocking, probably blocking the wrong car. Oh, gets a wee tap from the 25, just taps him out the way. So here we go, we've got 2 more laps to run for the Shane Harwood. White flag's out, 1 more lap to go. Down the back straight he goes. He's going to put himself in prime position for heat number 3. He took out heat number 1 and he's about to take out heat number 2, Shane Harwood, from the 48 of Brett Nichols, the 991 of Harley Robb. Then Alex Hill, Lloyd Jennings, Darryl Wallace, Malcolm Nato goes through, Ben Taylor, Ian Clayworth, Mike Hislop, Jonathan Webb and Raiden Hearn will round out the field. Wow, what a heat, Zane.
What an absolutely commanding performance there from Shane Harwood, working his way back right up to the front very quickly. No opportunity lost as he grabbed that prime position and held it for the whole race. Sitting right behind him there, Brett Nichols, Harley Robb, and then Alex Hill as well, also having charged up from the back. So what a great effort. We are in for an absolutely fantastic third heat.
Venom is injected to the victim by means of bite, sting, or some other sharp body feature, which is what differentiates it from poison that is absorbed, consumed, or inhaled.
Good to go.
We're going to go green this time round.
All right, well, here we have it. We have our BMTT production saloons ready for their second heat of the night. A great field of 15 cars here this evening. So let's have a look and see who we've got out there. Vaughan Cornelius in the number 12 car. Oh, look at that. We've got the green. They're off already. There's no mucking around. They are ready to race, and it will be very surprising if anyone manages to shut him down from that position. But Nicole Carey in the 112 sitting right in behind him. But look at that, number 87, Jeff Watson, taking the high line now as they come into turn 3. Will he manage to hold it and grab a place? Because he's got that number 7 car from Greymouth of Bevan Paul sitting right on his bumper. But he manages to shoot up there into second. They go around the outside of the 112 car of Nicole Carey. And so we've now still got Vaughan Cornelius sitting very comfortably in first place in the Honda Prelude. Then we go back to that 87 car. That is Jeff Watson in the green Mazda, that bright green machine. And look at him just sliding out a wee bit there to keep the door closed on the number 7 car from Greymouth of Bevan Paul. He doesn't quite do it. He didn't get past that time, but he'll be looking for an opportunity to probably dive down on the inside. No, I've called it wrong. He's going around the outside as they come down past the tower. But look at the middle of the pack. There's a whole lot going on through there. Right from the number 14 car there of Sam Martin back, you've got Scott Ritchie, Eddie Franz, Damien Hans. They're all working to try and move themselves forward. But Vaughan Cornelius, look at the line that he takes. He holds it so tight and down in the middle there through to 1 and 2, and then he gets himself a little bit wide as he comes out. He's doing the same with 3 and 4 for a beautiful midline past the tower. And he's opened up about 10 car lengths now. There's no one near him. But the number 7 car of Bevan Paul now is making his move as they come onto the back straight. He's got the pedal to the metal and he's managed to do it. He's zipped around the outside and he's picked up second place. So he's managed to do it. He's managed to fend off that 87 car of Jeff Watson, moving into second. Then we go back to the number 16 car. That is Ricky Dents. Then it's Dave Leach in the bright yellow Peugeot 307 sitting in behind. And he will still be looking for every opportunity to pick up more points as we go to lap 7 of 10. Well, it's not over yet. There is still plenty of time to run in this race as cars look to pick up those points. Here's the number 16 car now making his move. That is Ricky Dents out of Greymouth, just getting around the outside. He's gone a little bit wide there, but he's managing to stay neck and neck with the 87 car of Jeff Watson, who's got that inside line. But the speed off the 16 car is going to see him through as he goes high and wide now down the back straight of Bigsy's Hill. And we're now into lap number 9 of 10. The white is out for Vaughan Cornelius with Bevan Paul still sitting very comfortably in behind him there. As we come back through the pack, the fight is still on for second, and we've got for third place, we've got 3 contenders. It's the 87, the 16 and the 6 cars, but look at number 51 of Eddie Franz. He is trying to charge down beside Leach, but he doesn't quite manage to do it. He does shut the door on the 14 car, so he'll move up one more. Eddie Franz into the wall there just after the race has come to an end. A little bit of a scratch on the paintwork, but Vaughan Cornelius managing to grab that first place so early on and just sit there so comfortably, not even giving Bevan Paul a sniff of an opportunity to close the gap there, unfortunately for him, Daniel, after the trip over from Greymouth.
Yeah, well, Vaughan Cornelius is always a very, very quick peddler, always a regular over there in Blenheim as well, always very quick over in Blenheim, but done the job out in front for heat number 2 of our productions. Bevan Paul couldn't quite get the job done over the 12, but Vaughan Cornelius certainly deserving this win. Old poor Eddie Francis gave the wall wee scrape after the end of the race, but no doubt about our race winner, the 12 car of Vaughan Cornelius taking out heat 2 of our production saloon triples here.
Yeah, he has got that Honda Prelude absolutely humming and taking out club championship here at Milestone Homes, top of the South Speedway last week as well. So give him a round of applause, folks, as he brings the checkered flag around. He worked hard and he's picked it up. And next on the grid, I look out the window. What have I got? We have got our youth mini stocks ready to roll once we've got our production saloons off the track. Well, they are now on the green, they're ready to go, and they are racing. So keep an eye on Luke Higgins. No doubt he'll want to extend that lead sitting out in front there. One of our local racers here who does very well in the youth mini stocks, but the number 38 car of Deegan Broker isn't wanting to give him any more space than he has to as he sits in behind. And look at this, we've got a 3-car lineup sitting in 5th, 6th, 7th as they come around. Connolly Webley looking to open that gap there from the 66 car of Charlie Boone, and he does it so well. So he'll be looking to move up into 3rd, no doubt, but the 41 car of Andre Musgrove is sitting right in behind him as well, wanting to charge through. But look at Musgrove, he's going to go down on the inside line. So poor old number 66 car there of Charlie Boone, he's got one on the inside, one on the outside. What's he going to do? He just holds the centre line there and manages to fend them both off. So great driving there in the Fulton Hogan car from Charlie Boone. As we go back to first place, it's still Luke Higgins, not a question about it, and Deegan Broker just sitting in behind in the 38 car. Higgins has got a couple of car lengths there, so plenty of space, but he's going to start now working through those back markers, and that's where the challenge comes, as these young drivers have to start to negotiate the field. As the others come through 3 and 4, we've still got Broker sitting in 2nd, and now we've got those 3 cars working hard to try and pick up 3rd place. Charlie Boone just managing to fend them off, but Connolly Webley, what will he do? Is he going down low or up high? He's sitting in a straight line directly in behind, but look, he's taking the inside line now, getting his front left tyre just down on the inside line. Doesn't quite manage to pick off Boone this time, and with the pressure from Andre Musgrove, there's no surprises there as he sits right in behind him, but there it is. That's the opportunity Webley was looking for as he picks up 3rd place, and the number 41 car following suit. Andre Musgrove just sitting in behind him as well, as they both managed to pick off Charlie Boone, but will they hold it? There's going to continue to be this battle for 3rd place. A little bit of bump there from the front bumper of the 66 car Boone to the 41 of Musgrove. Well, we go back a little bit further through the field, and we've got Toby Walker sitting in 6th. Then it's Layla Jeffcoat in 7th place in the 28 car. But things are switching up. Then we go back to 7th and 8th. As we've got the white out now, we've still got Luke Higgins sitting happily in front as he comes around now in front of the tower and picks up another win. Deegan Broker coming in 2nd, and then Connolly Webley in 3rd. Then we go to Andre Musgrove and Charlie Boone. Well, what a race for those cars who worked hard to try and pick up that 3rd place. But Andre Musgrove just managing to do it to get through there and keep Webley and Boone at bay.
Kelly here from First Base Recruitment. Here I just want to do a plug or a shout out to Sign Solutions. They've done this board for us here at First Base. They've also done some cars for us. They've done fantastic work. Communication is great. Highly recommend them. So Sign Solutions, head on down and see them today.
Hi, Malcolm Nardo from Suck It Up. We specialise in hydro-excavation in the Canterbury region, safe dig methods around services. Also we do septic tank cleaning, drain cleaning, CCTV over your pipes. If you want an excellent service, please check us out on Facebook.
Suck It Up Limited, 740 Marston Road, Christchurch. Call them 24 hours a day on 027 588 8809.
What you think you do with your four-wheel drive. What you actually do with your four-wheel drive.
No matter what you do with your four-wheel drive, we've got the right tyre for you. So come on down to Mag and Turbo.
Our street stock's about ready to go for their second heat. And the AT electrical buggy goes, about to go green for street stocks, heat number 2, and we are racing. And away we go, and it's going to be the 55 car of Taylor, who's in a bit of a battle with the 23C car. They go side by side as they all try to avoid the carnage. Oh, the 9 car of Musgrove gets tied up in that. So does the 77 of Jordan Gillespie and the 1NZ of Paul Leslie. But it is the 53 car leading this one out. That's Perry Soper from Steve Soper. And that's a 27 Sear Dwayne Kennett doing the damage, doing a bit of blocking as he gets into the back of the 55 car. Taylor gives him half a spin. But it's a 53 car of Perry Soper leading this one. Just gives him another tap. Here we go, 55. Oh, here do we go. It's going to have a wee go. Here we go. These two side by side at the wall. Maybe a little bit of damage on the 55C car. Oh, they might have tied bumpers. He's giving him half a spin around. And they untangle each other. As the 23C of Dwayne Kennett. And we go red.
Stop. Well, it looked a little bit like tempers flaring there, Daniel. Unfortunately, the 55 and 23 cars not wanting to let each other past. It looked like they were both playing as much as each other, just trying to get one up over the other there, unfortunately. So we'll wait and see what happens. The 55N car of Greg Taylor now with a flat front right, so that looks like that'll be him for this race.
Well, it looks like we've gone red for the 77 car of Jordan Gillespie, just parked up on turns 1 and 2 there. Looks like they were just going to check on him. Looks like he's okay. Well, the AT electrical buggy just heading over to check on a few cars. The 23C of Dwayne Kennett, he's been in the action tonight.
Yeah, he certainly seems to have come up to Nelson and is happy to get involved and get his hands dirty, get those bumpers scratched. So we'll see what happens through the rest of this race. It looks like he's on the infield, sitting this one out. Yeah, flat front right as well. So they both come off as bad as each other.
Yeah, of course, that front tyre rule certainly costing a few at the New Zealand Street Stock title. But we go green as well. The 77 turns himself around. We got the 53 car of Perry Soper in the lead. Oh no, the 55 car of Taylor. He decides to rejoin, and we're going to go red. I don't think they will allow him to continue. He wanted to continue, but I think his flat tyre might just cost him, unfortunately. I don't think you can run when the tyre's quite like that. So it looks like he'll be sent to the infield. Wanted to carry on, but unfortunately that tyre rule allowing him not to.
No, they're pretty strict, and they are making sure that everybody's doing the right thing. So he will be sitting the rest of this one out, unfortunately.
Rightio, so it looks like we're getting everybody sorted. Trying to find where our wee buggy is, our AT electrical buggy, just probably going around checking on things as we've got a red still out. No, lights are out. We're about ready to go racing. And green we go. And it is still the 53 car of Perry Soper leading it from the 3NZ of Steve Soper as the rest of the field come round. Oh, the 9 car might have got half a spin from the 1NZ of Paul Leslie. He's on a bit of a mission here to try and make up the front. He's sitting in 4th, so watch him come through the field as he's got the back markers. He's got the 11 of McCarrison. Here we go, side by side. They charge into turns 3 and 4. A 53 car of Perry Soper leading it from Steve Soper. Here we go. Paul Leslie in the 1NZ just on the back of the 11 car of Cody McCarrison. As they work their way down the back straight now, it's still the 53 of Soper. Perry Soper from Steve Soper, but the battle's on for third between Cody McCarrison and the 1NZ of Paul Leslie. As they work their way through now, here comes the 11 car. Oh, Cody McCarrison, here we go, the 1NZ gets side by side as it looks like the 1NZ might have his nose out in front as they got 3 more laps to run for third. As it looks like they pass us here at the tower, completes another lap, the 1NZ from the 11 car of Cody McCarrison for third. Well, he probably should have as Jody calls him 3.5 NZ after the New Zealand Street Stock title as we got 2 laps to run for the 53 car of Perry Soper. As they work their way down the back straight. The battle was on for third. Oh, Paul Leslie just wins that one as they work their way through. But it looks like we've got 2 more laps to run. And it looks like the Soper boys are out in front. So the white flag out. 1 more lap to run for for the 53 car of Perry Soper and the 3 NZ of Steve Soper. So they work their way into turns 3 and 4. It's going to be a race win to the 53 of Perry Soper. Gets one over Steve Soper. And the battle for third, I think, will be the 1 NZ of Paul Leslie. Picks up third in this one from the 11 of Cody McHarrison. And Jody's rejoined us back in the commentary box.
Mate, I've just been through the Superstock row in the pits.
Yellow light, end of race.
Very, very quiet down there. There's a lot of people around this track wondering what's going to unfold in heat number 3. The target on the back of the 693's got a whole lot wider. And it's quite funny. We've just been over the Camel Manaway's up there. We've got the Harwood not too far away. A wee bit of banter going on. They're all sitting there ready to go. This is going to be possible World War 3. Eagles versus the Tigers. Absolutely looking forward to it. Of course, it is 2 wins from 2 from Shane Harwood. That machine on absolute rails tonight. But we've got Harley Robb, 1 into the defending title. We've got 3 Nelsonians in the top 5. Malcolm Narai still within reaching along with Lloyd Jennings. The bumpers are about to be used for the Superstock title. Absolutely looking forward to that. Great to see these street stocks out here. Of course, the Nelsonites were named earlier tonight. And heading down to Christchurch for the 4th of March. It is the 3 NZ of Stephen Soper, the 9 N of Ryan Musgrove, the 11 N of Cody McHarrison, the 53 of Perry Soper, the 71 N of Josh Atkinson, and I've just been told that he's going to be off pole, and the 84 N of Ryan Morrison. They are Nelsonites this season, heading down to Christchurch for their big teams meeting down there on the 4th of March. That'll be an absolute humdinger down there in Christchurch as the water truck just puts a bit more moisture on this track as we build towards the last heat of this South Island Superstock title. And of course we've still got the Super Saloons next week. We've still got the stock cars in a month's time, and of course
lights are out.
Radio, we've got these guys up ready to go.
Stay in your double file.
Yeah, so down the back straight, the lights are out.
On the green light.
About ready to rumble here. And off the front it will be the 62 machine, but it will be the 57 of Jamie Brown that's going to try and dive into the lead around the outside on turns 1 and 2. Watch for the 21 coming through there of Nathan Wilkie. Some quick cars as they sort themselves out around Bigsy's Hill. And it is the Nelsonian leading the way from the 21. Then we go back to the 66 machine of Glenn Jury as these guys fire through. Midget having a bit of a clash here at the back straight. Looks like they're all still going. Managed to avoid any carnage. And they're back into race lines now. 22 of Mitchell Hill, one of those involved in that, along with the 9 car of Tom Lumsden. And off the front it is the 57 machine. It is Jamie Brown, of course, Nathan Wilkie trying to catch him. As we don't often see the midgets here in Nelson, although they're probably one of the best titles I've ever seen here on the track at Nelson was the New Zealand midget title, courtesy of the pits a few years ago. Absolutely off the chart racing. And it's good to see them back here in Nelson as they just sort themselves out here on heat number 2, lap number 4 of 10. So good race conditions, like the track in superb conditions. It's the 21 car of Wilkie, just backs it off as Brown takes the low line, just shuts the door as they head through the 62, sitting on the back of the car. Mark Morris, of course, used to seeing him in the quarter midget as well, but it is the 57 Nelsonian leading this one, but he's under a lot of pressure from Wilkie as he comes through. And as they go through lap number 6, the lap's starting to count down, but a good race line from the 57 machine. Just sits there nice and low. Tries not to get pushed out, although the pressure's gone on from the 21 machine. They're going to almost come together, but the 21 does the slide job, sneaks in and takes over the race lead. But Brown's not done yet. He'll try and counteract that one. He's just sitting on the tail of the 21 machine. Any mistakes here, and he will pounce. The 66 of Jury sitting in 3rd place, along with the 45 coming through there of Ben Morgan. Another TQ midget driver making a step up into the midget grade. So you still throw a blanket over the first 4 cars as they fire through lap number 9, so the white flag out. Pressure still on the 21 machine as he fires through. Head comes Brown, trying to catch him, can't quite get it done as they head round 3 and 4. And the 21 machine will hold on for the race win from the 57 of Brown, the 66 of Jury. Then we go back to Mark Morris. And that is your TQ race. Ben Morgan in the 45 machine finishes 4th. Chadwick in the 98. Warren finished in 5th spot. Tom Lumsden up into 6th spot in the 9 car. Mitchell Hill, the 22C car in 7th. And at the back will be Mark Morris, the 62C machine. And they'll head into their feature race at the end of the night. And of course they will do a 4x4 stampede. With 8 cars, there's 2 rows and a back lot. Alright, we should have 4, I think. 8 cars there. Great to see the Midget back here. And we're looking forward and go towards the main feature races. Here at Nelson Homes, top of South Speedway. And we'll be historic stock cars for their final race tonight. Historic's back here. A lot of North Islanders due to come down here. At Stampede weekend, we've got the Palmerston North team, the Stratford team. I can tell you, Destroyer actually caught up with the head honcho, Paul Ulich, at MIP in Rotorua last weekend. And he was radio, here we go. Historic's not too far away. That's right, I'm from Grey. I work and live in Greymouth. We have plenty of Greyvale people coming through. Righto, here we go. Off and racing. And this is the Classics heading round. Of course, they are racing for pride, and the points don't matter. Will be the 32 machine of Rob Anglesey. Leading this one out from the 22 of Vicky Lutheris. The 99 of Darren Goulding. Handicap the 22 car right at the back. The 96 of Wayne Rush. Going to rub a bumper rail with the 99 machine. Shoots through. Watch for the 66 of Peter Anglesey coming through as well. And it is the 22 of Josh Nell that will lead the rear. So here they go, firing around as Vicky Lutheris in a 22 machine. Her old race car. Walk back is a classic as a 53-year-old Herbie goes for a spin. He's gone bananas in turn 4. He'll make his way back out on the track very shortly. Just gathered his breath, checks the pacemaker in the historic stock cars. Wayne Russ. And around looks like, no, just having a look at the way the angle of the front tyre on the 22 machine. Thought it was a flat tyre, but just the way it's gripping around the corner as they head down the back straight. The 32 car of Anglesey still leading this one from Vicky Lutheris. Then we go back to Wayne Russ, the 66 of Peter Anglesey. Here comes the 22 machine of Josh Nell, starting to find his way through. And the lead not too far off as they have handicapped themselves for this race. 8 laps of the Classic. It looks like the Herbie machine's got himself fired up, but the right hand wheel certainly on a precarious angle as Nell sets about trying to find the race lead and sets about the 32 machine. And it is the director in behind there, workshop manager with the 32 machine in front of them. See where the director wants to get a bit of green paint on the black bumper. Just giving our workshop manager maybe possibly trying to give him a tickle up if he can catch him. 22 machine, plenty of power there as they try and get round. Russo's trying to sneak through. As the white flag is out. And it looks like the 32 machine's going to win. We'll give second place to the 96 machine and bragging rights over the cup of coffee on Monday morning from the 22 machine. The 66 there comes in 4th place. Oh, Vicky Lucia's car steaming away. Looks like the kettle's boiled. Time for a cup of tea with the 22 machine. And hopefully not too much damage. They've just spent a bit of time with that car in the workshop. And hopefully nothing too major. We've got Paul Dumlow will be on the scene pretty quickly as we get ready for our next heat. Due out. And the next race on the calendar
Quarter midget feature.
Will be the quarter midget feature, so we're starting to get into the serious side of it. And of course, good to see the kids back here tonight. Only a good feature, Connie Webley with his new car. I think it's about a month old. His new car going very, very quickly. Managed to get a second place behind Jack Brownlee's up in the Western Springs when Western Springs was still racing earlier in the season. Western Springs. 3 months of repair work at Western Springs, and their last meeting of the night being held at Waikaraka Park tonight. Unsure when they're going to be able to race at the Yarnie again. All the prisoners leaving for the Yarnie pretty much non-existent at the moment. And of course, Disney's got stripped pretty badly as well, so I'm not sure what major meetings are still in Disney. New Zealand Superstock Champions still to happen in Monday along with New Zealand Stock Car team. The New Zealand Modified Championship still to happen up in Monday as well. So a bit of pressure with New Zealand Championship around the track. New Zealand Championship still underway down in New Zealand Mini Tracks happening at Palmerston North tonight. And of course, what we're all here for, what we want to see, South Island Superstock Championship, not too far away. I know they've given them Wedge Run to the 96 of Wayne Ross. He stuck in and grabbed the checkered flag. That's a good trick, that one. I did that in Kaikoura when I used to race Kaikoura many years ago. The race winner actually came through to complete the checkered flag, and she went up the tower, and the guy says, "Where's the checkered flag?" And she said, "Don't worry," she says, "the professional's already stolen it off the flag." I thought it was the race the checkered.
The St. Nicholas is a familiar sight around Bluff as she steams out to capture Can-Do Fishing's famous Bluff Kinner. Once caught, the Kinner is brought back to the purpose-built factory in Bluff where it is processed, packed and shipped fresh to you. But that's not all that Can-Do Fishing can do for you. Try some of their green-boned fish or delicious power products and you will soon see why seafood from the Bluff is world famous. So head to your local fish market or supermarket and ask for Can-Do Fishing Kinner, fish or power. Can-Do Fishing, there's nothing we can't do for you.
It's action for the whole family. With 23 tracks around New Zealand, there is no better way to spend your weekends than at a Speedway New Zealand track.
Here they come to the start-finish line again.
There's something for the whole family. Sprint cars, saloons, stock cars, sidecars, midgets and much, much more. Pack up the family and make a trip to adrenaline-filled, action-packed bashes and crashes that only Speedway can deliver. Visit www.speedway.co.nz to find out the track nearest to you. Speedway, it's our summer thing.
So as they come around past the control tower, they will be getting themselves ready to go. There we are. They have got the green and they are off with that number 18 car of Conley Webley just diving down. But look around the outside, Jack Brownlee's. He is not asleep. As soon as the green went, he was off. And you look at the line that he's picking now, but Webley wanting to get down on his inside, but not leaving any options there. The 48 car sitting in third place, that is Lockie Martin, who has been racing so well this evening. A little bit off the pace there as we go back a bit further through to the 71 car of Rasmussen. But then we have got a move being made by our fifth place. That is Brodie Morris racing out of Christchurch. No change at the front. It is still Brownlee sitting very happily in first place, picking the line that he wants with all of the space in the world. But the number 18 car of Conley Webley is charging down on the inside now, looking to get a sniff. Will this be the chance as they come in front of the control tower? Webley, a fast lap there, just picking up a little bit of the pace, and he will be looking for that opportunity down the back straight as they come up Bigsies. But he hasn't done it this time, but watch him go into turn 3. He's turning in early and putting the pedal on as they come through, but he doesn't manage to pick Brownlee's off this time. That is 4 of 5. Well, we go back a bit further through the field, and in third place we've got Lockie Martin. Then we go back to Rasmussen, Morris, Bensman, Monika Rawson, Ryan Weimer. And what a race from these little tackers in the little lawnmowers. That is a very easy win there for Jack Brownlee's. Conley Webley just not quite managing to pick him off as they come into lap number 5. That is it now as they come through their final lap of this feature, and will he be able to pick him up as they get ready to work through the back markers? It confuses things a bit, but no, Brownlee's still managing to sit in front and pick that up as they come into the 6th lap. This is the last one now. No changes yet as they work their way through the back markers. Nothing changing sitting very comfortably as the last of the field come through and finish that race. What a blinder from these young racers out there. Jack Brownlee's managed to pick up a 16.61. That is absolutely flying in these little lawnmowers that have got plenty of juice in them. So a great race there for Jack Brownlee's. Conley Webley coming in second, Lockie Martin in third, Darcy Rasmussen in fourth place, and then we went back to Brodie Morris, Bailey Benson, Ryan Weimer. That was our finishing for that race, sponsored by Broad Engineering in the Quarter Midgets.
Quarter Midgets about to head out on the track. Quarter Midgets, TQs, yep, and must be there coming up to feature race. Radio Daniel, sounds like it's you ain't gonna hit. Oh, you're gonna hey, musical cues here, it's quite easy, isn't it? As we get underway, we're looking forward to this one. In your hands now, young Dan. Lights are out.
Radio 15 laps of TQ action here at Milestone Homes, top of the South Speedway. Looks like the two Bizettes off the front row. That's Kyan Bizette and Mark Bizette. Here we go, 15 laps, three-quarter midget feature race underway, and away we go racing as they all file into turns one and two. It's a 99 car, Mark Bizette leading this out. As they all bunch up down the back straight they go. It's a 99 car, Mark Bizette leading them round as they all sort themselves out. But here comes the 7 of Morgan Frost and the 6 car of Alicia Hill. Oh, we got one over! The 62 of John Stroster's gone over. We have another rollover.
Yep, we normally add to the rollover tally. But it is the 62 machine. The last feature winner put the hex on him, and mate, she's a rollover.
Another one to add to the tally. That's a 62 car of John Stroster. Just keep back from the fence, kids. Just let our rescue crews do their thing.
Good lineup of mini stocks along with the super stocks and a full field of stock cars as we go racing once again.
All right, away we go. Feature underway again. After that wee rollover down the back straight they go. It's the 99 of Bizette, but he's about to be passed by the 7 car of you. Morgan Frost just gets past him, so Frost will take the lead. Watch out for the 6 of Alicia Hill. She'll look to go round the outside as they work their way down the back straight now. It's going to be Morgan Frost leading this one out from the 6 car of Alicia Hill. Then the 99 of Mark Bizette. Then we go back to the 24 car, Kyan Bizette. Oh, we got problems for the 8 car. That's Jack Rawson. He's slowed up, and that's going to bring out another caution for the 8 car of Jack Rawson. Just unfortunately slowing up, having a few mechanical issues there. So we go yellow, lap 3 of 15 here for our TQ midget feature. 3 laps down of 15.
In their teenage years, great to see them still competing. Watch for John Johnson, brand new car there as well as the lights about to go out.
Rightio, here we go. Restart time for our three-quarter midget feature. We go green. Oh, Alicia Hill catches the start. Morgan Frost a little bit asleep at the start there as they go through. Now the battle's on at the front between Frost and Hill. Hill spotted the green. Frost was a little bit late on the pedal, but he gets the lead though from the 6 car of Alicia Hill, sitting there in second as they work their way in to the back straight now. And it's still going to be the 7 car of Morgan Frost from the 6 of Alicia Hill. Then it's going to be the 33 of Tyler Warnock. Then the 99 of Mark Bizette, the 47 of Morris. Jess Morris out of Christchurch as they work their way through lap 5 of 15. as they work their way down the back straight now. It's the 7 car of Morgan Frost from the 6 of Alicia Hill. Then the 33 of Tyler. We got one round. That's the 24 car of Kyan Bazette. Just spins it up on turns 3 and 4 as we're on lap 6 of 15.
Yeah, and the issue with that 24 car is that's one of the few cars that still needs to be push started. So it's like the midgets and the sprint cars. It doesn't have a self-starter where the majority of the rest of the cars actually have self-starters. So we've still got a couple of push starts. So they'll just rock it, make sure it's loose in gear. There we go, roll it forward, get the push car out. And as they get it sorted out, they'll jump it into gear and it'll hopefully take off once again. But he'll be at the back of the pack as we are on lap number 5 of 15, so just 1/3 of the way through.
Righty-ho, drivers. Let's try this
And
time.
it looks like lights are out, so back underway very shortly. Down to call the last 10 laps.
All right, here we go. 10 laps to run in a TQ midget feature. Morgan Frost at the front from the 6 of Hill. Then the 33 of Tyler Wartnock. Green we go racing again. And away we go, and it's Morgan Frost who gets the jump as they work their way through turns 1 and 2. Down the back straight they go. It's still the 7 of Morgan Frost from the 6 of Alicia Hill. The 33 of Tyler Wartnock. Then we go back to the 99 of Mark Bazette as they work their way through. Then the 47 of Morris, the 52 of Jonty Austin. Down the back straight they go. It's still Morgan Frost leading this one out from the 6 of Hill. Oh, Bazette's just lost a couple of spots. Morris and Jonty Austin just go past him. So does the 23 of Benjamin as they work their way through. It's still going to be the 7 car of Morgan Frost leading this one out from the 6 of Alicia Hill. Then the 33 of Tyler Wartnock. Then the 23 of Dylan Benjamin. Then it's the 47 of Jess Morris. The 52 of Jonty Austin. That's your top 6. 7 more laps to run in the TQ feature. It's still the 7 car of Morgan Frost leading it from the 6 of Alicia Hill. The 33 of Tyler Wartnock. Then it's going to be the 23 car of Dylan Benjamin, Morris and Austin. No change in your top 6 with 6 more laps to run in the feature. Here comes a bit of lap traffic now for the 7 car of Morgan Frost, Alicia Hill. Tyler Wartnock out of Christchurch as they all file through. The 23 of Benjamin goes through as well. So does Morris, Austin, King, Benzit and Porter and Stillborn. Still the 7 car of Morgan Frost leading this one. 5 more laps to run in the feature for Morgan Frost as they all get past the lap traffic. But it's Morgan Frost. They fire it down the back straight from the 6 of Alicia Hill. The 33 of Tyler Wartnock. That's your top 3 at the moment. They work their way through. Morris and Austin. Oh, Austin gives Jess Morris a wee tap on the back as they go through now. 3 more laps to run for the 7 car of Morgan Frost as they work their way through. It's still Frost, then it's Hill, then it's Tyler Wartnock. The 23 of Benjamin goes through. The 47 of Morris and Austin having a good battle for that 5th spot. As we've got 2 more laps to run, so white flag to come out now for the 7 car of Morgan Frost from the 6 of Hill, then the 33 of Tyler Wartnock. Then we go back to Dylan Benjamin, the 47 of Morris, Jess Morris and Joe Keenan, 52 of Austin. But here comes your feature winner for tonight. It is Morgan Frost from the 6 of Alicia Hill, the 33 of Tyler Wartnock. Then it's going to be the 23 of Benjamin, the 47 of Jess Morris, Joe Keenan. Then Jonty Austin, Bazette, Stillborn, Porter, Bazette and Jack Rawson and John Troster will be a do not finish.
Race over. Thank you very much.
Well, no doubt Alicia Hill would have been hoping to make the most from those restarts and to pick up that time from Frost. She did a great job of battling the whole time, and after a win last race, she'll be very happy with that placing in second. Tyler Wartnock, hot on the pace as well, sitting in 3rd place. He was not letting anything go as he sat right on the back there looking for any opportunity to dive down and to pick up an extra placing, but not quite managing to do it tonight.
number 1 is the 557 of Darryl Wallace. Off grid 2, the 95 of Alex Hill. Off grid 3, it is the 7N of Ian Clayworth. Grid 4, it is Harley Robb, our defending champion, off grid 4. Off grid 5, it is the 6N of Ben Taylor. Then we go back to the 74N, he's not there, that'll be Oakley. Then we go back to the 7C, he's not, I think he's not there either, I might be back out, just checking off that one with the 7C car. Then we go back to the 32C car, and that of course is Mitch Berry. We go back to the 19C of Malcolm Nato on grid number 12. On grid 13, that is the 25C of Lloyd Jennings. On grid 14, that is the 23C of Jake Berry. On grid number 15, that'll be vacant, that is the 8 car of Caleb McNabb, that is vacant. Then we go back to grid 16, the 14N of Raiden Hearn. Off the back, the 88N of Baxter. And grid number 18, seeing them all in front, it is the 10C car of Mike Hislop. As they line themselves up, the last couple of cars just getting pinged. As our Kruger, of course, jumps on the vehicle.
He looks happy, which means that very soon they will be away laughing. Alex Hill sitting right there with Harley Robb breathing down his neck. They are bumper to bumper.
Radio folks, lights are out. Here we go. Heat 3, South Island Superstock title. We're racing. And it is Hill. It looks like he's trying to stay straight. Got to spun around as the 54 heads infield. Here comes Natai as Robb gets spun around. Hill takes the lead. Cautious cars tangling with each other. And it is the 693, just having a look to see where Shane Harwood, I think he might be held up on the wall. It's possible he has been held up by Natai. So Robb sets his sights on Alex Hill. Lloyd Jennings going through at the moment, just looking for the 48 of Nichols as Malcolm Nolde gets fired up. He's got the 6 car of Ben Taylor doing the fight, doing the blocking for the Nelson Tiger side of it as Nichols sets forward. Harwood going forward. Bit of a bash. Hearn goes in. Pete Field's broken, and the red light will come on. So this will be a sit down. This will be a relaxing time. This will be when the drivers work out where everyone is. Alex Hill currently leading on a lap number 2 from Harley Robb. Mitchell Berry on 3. Lloyd Jennings in 4th. Brett Nichols in 5th. Clayworth in 6th. And Darryl Wallace 7th. Then we go back to Baxter. Shane Harwood sitting in 9th place at the moment. But he only has a 4-point lead over Alex Hill. So at the moment, currently Alex Hill has got a 4-point buffer over the 693 of Harwood. But he's got Robb right in behind him. What are the Christchurch blockers going to do? We've seen it early on. Brett Nichols still in with a chance.
Well, Alex Hill,
2 laps of 12.
He's going to have to be giving a thanks afterwards to Darryl Wallace, who caused that huge snare up there in the top of turn 2.
Robb's, looks like Harley Robb's got some problems, mate. His left front tyre pointing 90-degree direction from his right front tyre. So Harley Robb's got some damage in an early scuffle out of turn 2. So it looks like Harley Robb's defending South Island Championship could be done and dusted, but you never know. He's still going to be able to circulate. He can still gain points. If no one else finishes the races and he does, he will still be the South Island champion. We've still got 10 laps to go, folks. This is World War 3. This is Eagles versus Tigers. This is Milestone Homes, top of the South Island Speedway South Island Superstock Championship. Lights are still red as Pete Field is pulled off the track. So one of the blockers from Christchurch parked up. The 14 car of Raiden Hearn parked up. The 54 parked up of Nelson. Where is the 693 Harwood? Can he still be able to stay out of trouble? As he's going to have to try and avoid the 557
watch the light
as a blocker, and Natai as well. Natai's still up on points, so he'll be trying to run. Here we go, racing once again. So Alex Hill fires through. As we watch the 32, 991, still got issues with the tyre. He's struggling. As the 48 of Nichols takes past, will Harley Robb be able to catch Nichols? No, he can't. Here we go. 693's on the bumper of Sauce. So Sauce, the 557, is trying to hold up Harwood. Harwood just on the block job as Hill comes around, so watch for the 557. Try and have a swing at Alex Hill. Alex Hill just uses the back bumper, tries to get rid of him. Nichols is coming through as well. What's Natai up to? Just having a look for Malcolm Natai as they go battle in turn 3. A few of the guys trying to attack. Hill on the hold as we see Lloyd Jennings go through. So the 557 doing his job for the Nelson guys. For the Christchurch guys. Red light once again.
red, stop.
And here we go. It is the 19 of Natai. Looks like he might have some problems as well. So who have we got somewhere? It is the 6 car of Ben Taylor. Can't get it fired up. So there's one of the Nelson blockers parked up. Nichols has got the lead from Mitchell Berry. Then we go back to Harley Robb, still on fire. So obviously being able to lift that inside left-hand tyre up enough that it's not actually causing them any problems. And of course, just looking at Malcolm Natai, he's got the problem with the inside flat tyre on the 19 car. So 2 of the major Christchurch cars in title contention have got damage.
Well, it looks like the old red mist descended there on Alex Hill, Jody, and Brett Nichols, Mitchell Berry, both managing to take advantage of that and get past in the snare up here as they came around through turns 3 and 4, unfortunately. So it will be interesting to see if he can make up some of those places as we start to see a few casualties now limping down to the infield.
Natai's been put on the infield. Ben Taylor's been towed to the infield. So we're running out of race cars, but it's still in the driver's box. Alex Hill. We've still got the 693 of Harwood. We've still got Brett Nichols running for the Christchurch side. Watch out for Lloyd Jennings. The 557, that's the car you've got to watch. He's the one that's trying to target everyone. He's the one that's going to try and get these top Nelson cars as the light's about to go green. We're racing once again. So we'll watch Harwood come through. Nichols, the race leader, comes through. Then we go back to Berry. Lloyd Jennings, Alex Hill. He'll have the target from the 991 if he can catch the 95. He may even hold and wait and block him as he's fire underway. Just watching for the 10 car. He's obviously trying to target a few cars, looking for the car. Oh, smashes the wall. And as it comes to a hot line, he's fired up, and he's two's got damage. The 10 car of Hislop's also got damage. So the Christchurch cars trying to do the block job as they did in Palmerston North. Not succeeding at the moment as they rely on the 557 of Darryl Wallace as mobile Christchurch cars fast running out of time. Harwood going to have a go on the 557 down the back straight. Watch this one as Harwood spins himself up. Still contested now, he's going to have a go. No, looks like Nichols has managed to get round him, but he's going to have a crack at the other Christchurch cars. Nichols up on the wall, comes back down again. Now Sauce is going to have a go at him as Hislop slaps the wall. And it is Nichols manages to get past as the action keeps going. Here comes Berry having a go on Nichols. And Hill trying to come through as well, so there's battles everywhere. Nichols gets turned, manages to stay out of trouble, waiting to see if any cars hit him. Rob's still circulating, so is Harwood. She's getting exciting here as we're on lap number 10, 2 to go. Waiting for the white flag, red light at the moment. Another one parked in the corner, the 10 car of Hislop, parked up and damaged.
Well,
Harwood's still moving, but Harwood's come up to a halt on the infield. And I'd say there's a fair bit of work to do on the 10C cars. So a lot of these Superstocks are going to be heading back to Christchurch with a bit of damage on once again. And at the moment, just having a look at this, Harley Robb still having a crack, but at the moment, it's going to be It's going to be Alex Hill. Can he win another South Island title at his home track? Still 2 laps to go. Anything can happen. This is South Island Superstock Racing. The Tigers versus Eagle. Lloyd Jennings losing a lot of red fluid out of the bottom of the car. Might have given a thumbs up. He still could have a factor in this race. Fresh from Palmy teams, these guys have been on the action. They were just being pushed back a little bit. The 10 car coming off, damage to the right front. Natai parked on the infield. Harley Robb got damage on the car as well, the inside left hand corner. He's still mobile though. The 557, is he going to be the undoer of the Nelson teams? We know how good he is in the Palmerston North. Got the colours on the car. Engine just been refreshed over at Midwest Motors. Still work being done in Nelson over the last week or so as well. Rightio, they're just having a talk with the 693 of Harwood. And not too sure, Harwood might have some problems. So it could be a Nelson car in trouble as their mothers and mother-in-law are holding on for dear life for Alex Hill, no doubt. Jack's down there. So plenty going on. 2 laps. The drama. Oh, you don't need to watch Shortland Street. Just come to Speedway here in Nelson as it escalates with 2 laps to go. Harwood looks like he's been pushed in, so obviously some problems with the 693. That is his South Island title done and dusted. It is now down to Alex Hill. It could be down to Harley Robb, Brett Nichols. Could they make the podium? They're the ones we've got to watch. Malcolm Natai parked on the infield. Lloyd Jennings still available. Darryl Wallace still available. Hislop gone. Ian Clayworth there. Webb's gone, Taylor's gone. Righto, off and racing. We'll get the white flag. Alex Hill, he's got pretty much a clean racetrack. And this could be a clean racetrack to the South Island title as Brett Nichols gets cleaned up by Wallace in turn 3 and 4. Wallace doing the damage to the 48 machine. He's got it fired up again, but the checkered flag is coming out. And we're pretty sure at this stage, unofficially, Alex Hill has won the South Island Superstock Championship here at top of the South Speedway. Not sure who's going to finish second. It could be Harley Robb as Nichols drops a couple of spots. Harwood DNF, but we're pretty sure that Nelson, the Tigers, have held on against the Eagles to take the South Island title. An epic battle. Congratulations to all the drivers. It was great to see. And to my special mate Pete Field, who's making his way to his car. Thanks, Pete, for coming back up again. 43 years of Superstock racing. He's going to take the tank back in. He'll fix it back up, and we'll see him back here at the Stampede, and we'll be able to celebrate Alex Hill, our new South Island Superstock champion. And what an effort. There's going to be some celebrations in the club rooms later on. What a race. What a title. We do thank Ngatai and Rob for making themselves available. They were heading to Huntley. And it's great to see all the good top South Island Superstock drivers making it here to Nelson. And the Nelson guys should return the favour back to Wolfgang Glen. We'll see them all battle at the Battle of the Stocks and the Stampede here over the next month or so. Congratulations, Darryl Wallace. Always an epic blocker. Rightio, it is time for heat number 3 of our production saloons for their triples tonight. Of course, blind triples. They don't know who their triples are until the presentations in the club rooms. And it looks like we've got our Greymouth car off the front. Looks like it'll be the 43 car of Scott Ritchie. Beside him will be the 7 car Chrissy Wolf. Here we go, heat number 3 for production saloons. We are racing. And away they go into turns 1 and 2, almost 3 wide, rubbing panels as they always do. Here comes the 14 of Sam Martin. Chrissy Wolf just gets a wee sandwich down the back straight they go. The 14 car of Sam Martin charging hard as they work their way past us here at the town, completes the first lap, and it looks like it will be the 62 car Richard Darzell out of Greymouth from the 14. Oh, the 14 car's just going to take the race lead from the 7 car of Bevan Poole. But it looks like it's going to be the 14 here, Sam Martin leading this one out from the 7 car of Bevan Poole. Then we got Richard Darzell out of Greymouth, then Scott Ritchie. So Greymouth running 2, 3 and 4 in this one, but it's a Blenheim car. Sam Martin out of Blenheim leading this one
from the 7 car of Bevan Paul. He's putting him under all sorts of pressure now. Into turns 1 and 2 they go. The Greymouth contingent up there on the pointy end, trying to find a way around. Oh, a little bit of contact between the two as they work their way into turns 3 and 4 to complete another lap as it looks like the 14. Oh, Abby Carter has a wee moment of 3 and 4. It's Sam Martin from Bevan Pool, then Scott Ritchie, Richard Dazell out of Abby Carter, Damien Hands out of Greymouth. That's your top 6 at the moment as they fire it into 3 and 4 again. It will be the 14 car of Sam Martin from the 7 of Bevan Pool, then Scott Ritchie, Richard Dazell, Abby Carter, Damien Hands. 5 laps to run in this production one. Bevan Pool all over the back of the 14 car of Sam Martin as they work their way through. They come off turns 3 and 4 now. They're almost side by side. Bevan Pool just showing 14 the nose, telling him he's there as they work their way down the back straight now. We've got 4 laps to run in this one, and it's the 14 car of Sam Martin still holding off the 7 car of Bevan Pool. Bevan Pool trying to find a way round the 14 of Sam Martin, can't quite do it at the moment. Scott Ritchie and Richard Dazell running 3 and 4. Nothing in it between these two as they work their way into 3 and 4 now. It's still going to be the 14 car of Sam Martin from the 7 of Bevan Pool, then the 43 car of Scott Ritchie. Bevan Pool still can't find a way round. 3 more laps to run as he's almost on the back bumper. Back bumper trying to find a way round the 7 cars. Bevan Pool trying to find a way round the 14. Now Sam Martin can't quite do it at the moment, so 2 more laps to run. White flag coming out now as they get past the 7 car of Chrissy Wolf. A bit of lap traffic to contend with. So they work their way down the back straight now. Into 3 and 4 they go. It's still Sam Martin holding off the fast charging the 7 car of Bevan Pool. White flag. Oh no, there goes the race. It will be Sam Martin who leads this one out from Bevan Pool. Then Scott Ritchie, Richard Dazell, Abby Carter, Damien Hands, Ricky Dents, Vaughan Cornelius, Max Rainey, Jeff Watson, Eddie France, Brendan Bird, Nicole Kerry and Chrissy Wolf. So there we go. That's how they finish in heat number 3 of our production saloons. As I think we might have official points, Jody.
No, unofficial results at the moment has the 95N of Alex Hill on 50 points, the 991 of Harley Robb on 47 points in second spot, and third spot it will be the 25C of Lloyd Jennings on 44 points. In fourth spot it will be Brett Nichols on 43 points. In fifth spot it is the 557 of Dale Wallace on 36 points, and he is tied with the 693 of Shane Harwood. Of course, the points prize money goes down to 5th spot, so or goes all the way down, but they tell me they're tied with 5th spot. Could be an interesting one, and whether they've done a coin toss or what they've done with that one, and another runoff further down with the Berries and Nata, I think, as well. But Daniel, what were you doing on Valentine's Day, Daniel?
Oh, I don't know.
Just working?
Yeah, just working.
Just working, and Zane, no Valentine's Days.
Actually, I should remember my wife took me out for dinner, which was lovely.
Did you enjoy your McDonald's? Did you get a Happy Meal?
No McDonald's, unfortunately. We went to Nam. It was delicious. Great Thai food down there.
Great Thai. There we go. Look at that. And where I was in Rotorua, they went out for a very expensive meal of steak, eggs and chips for $50. Righto, here we go. The 88 of Conley Webley will be leading this one out as a bunch fires through. Toby Walker Frisch from MIP heads down the back straight in hot pursuit. Watch out for the 38 of Tegan Broker and Mackenzie Keane. 2 more from MIP last week. There's a 68. Does your Snagglepuss exit stage right all over the track. Manages to avoid the wall and too much contact, but certainly lost pretty much most of their positions in this race. As we look at the bunch going down the back straight, here comes another quickie from MIP. It is the 18 car off Luke Higgins. He's had the motor freshened before he went up north. He's found a bit more ponies in the race car, and he'll set out in pursuit of the 88 machine of Conley Webley. Watch for the 41 machine. That is young Mr. Musgrove, and he's certainly coming to grips with the lift and shift machine as they fire through. Watch for the Deegan Broker, the 66 all the way from Eastern States coming through as well as they go through. That would be Booth, I think. Booth's, is it? I can't remember. 28 Leela, Jeff Coates there, the 18167 Tablet all the way from Christchurch. Been certainly supporting the tracks around the South Island. Karlu Whaling friends there as well, the 7C. Good to see Tony Lee Best all the way up from Christchurch, who's had a wee tiki tour down south as well, but come Nelson this weekend as our speedster starts to pass a few of the back markers. And Conley Webley leading this one quite comfortably at the moment from Walker. Then we go back to Higgins Musgrove. A few of them just sliding wide. There'll be Mackenzie Keane. Charlie Boone's in the 66 car. Biggs is the ex-driver from Eastern States. As I'm still on a bit of North Island time here at the moment, as these guys just circulate quite nicely. The 114N, that'll be one of our newer cars to Crystal Harrington. Good to see the Harringtons contracting out of the Nelson Club. I think they were part of Cromwell a couple of seasons ago, but great to see another youth mini stock driver, as I think they have moved up to Nelson now out of Christchurch. Great to see them here as well. Good to see another yellow flag on the race car starting her mentor program here at Nelson Speedway. Rightio with this tablet. Here we go. Toby Walker not far away as we are on lap 8 of 8. And the checker flag out. Conley Webley will take the race win from Walker. Then we go back to Higgins. Boone Broker. Jeff Coate, Tablet, Phelan Renz, Robertson, Verber. We got Tony Lee Best there, Hogarth.
Yellow.
Scott Yates. Stratford. And of course Kayla Musgrove not there. And that is our youth mini stocks done and dusted for the night. We'll dust the cars off as they prepare for the mini stock mania. Also a couple of meetings down in Christchurch with the Battle of Stocks weekend as well. And look forward to an absolute packed car park here at Stampede weekend with maxed out stock cars, super stocks, mini stocks. Just going to be absolute chaos, and we're looking forward to that weekend. Double header Friday and Saturday night as the 88 machine Express Lube machine gets the checkered flag. Great to see. And a race win, so give them a hand, folks. Good effort running double duties tonight.
Well, you can hear the revs, and there we are. They've got the green and they are off. And look at that 115 car absolutely zipping around the outside. That is Bateman. He's looking for that opportunity to get in front of the 39 car of Harry Moffat-Schwass. He's just managed to do it down Biggsy's Hill. But as they come into turns 3 and 4, Moffat-Schwass does have the advantage of just getting his nose down, but doesn't quite manage to do it. So Bateman on the outside has set himself up into a good position. Let's see what happens as they come down the back straight. That's it. You see that little oversteer there of the number 39 car. The nose just in too deep, and unfortunately it opened the gate there. And the 115 car of Richard Bateman sailing around. We've gone to red.
Yeah, it might be for the 55 car that's just been pulled off down the back straight there. Flat outside right front tyre, and hopefully that'll be it. We'll be able to continue racing very shortly. We'll wait to see the red lights. Here the car's moving up.
All right, well, Greg Taylor's been pulled onto the infield, and here we go. We are ready to roll. They have got the green, and they are off again. Is that going to give an opportunity now for that 39 car of Moffat-Schwass to close the gap? Not this time, but look at that. The number 11 of Cody McCarrison sailing around the outside. He's taking a nice middle line and coming out quite high past the control tower. A little bit of sparks flying there as the 39 car of Moffat-Schwass just collects him. They are working hard to see who's going to hit that second position, but McCarrison has an advantage now as they start to come around the back markers past Cassandra Brand on the infield. So here we are, it's starting to happen. The field is starting to widen out a little bit, but Richard Bateman still sitting very happily in first as we go back to McCarrison. Then Harry Moffat-Schwass, and then it's Perry Soper in the 53 car sitting in fourth. Then we go back to Jordan Gillespie in the number 77 car. Nothing too much happening there, but a couple of cars dive down onto the infield. That's the 99 car there of Taylor Lynch, just taking out our marker cone, unfortunately. But let's have a look. Nothing much changing at the front. Richard Bateman still got plenty of room. It is going to be hard work to catch him now, but let's see what happens as McCarrison starts to thunder on down behind him. Well, we've got a bit of a snare up here between the 77 and 23 cars. It looks like they are definitely not happy with each other. They've gone nose to nose in turn 3, and they are working quite proactively to try and put each other into the wall. So there's an interesting drama happening on the sidelines, but Bateman pays no attention. But it has made a change to our number 2, Perry Soper, managing to ram the way through with Cody McCarrison sitting in 3rd. But there is no love lost here between Dwayne Kennett and Taylor Lynch. Dwayne Kennett just giving him a good old smack as he goes round in lap 7 of 10.
And our race leaders have also got caught up there as well. Dwayne Kennett, one of the new drivers to the Christchurch track, just having a bit of a play, just trying to stamp his authority on it. Looks like he's playing possum. He's waiting for these lead cars to come through to have a swipe.
Yeah, McCarrison and Soper as well. Steve Soper getting caught up. They've been great teammates, helping each other when it counted, but out here tonight, it's everybody wanting maximum points in Heat 3. Well, it's starting to get a bit messy out there now as they've got a duck and dive between the different cars as they come through the back markers. And we've got another snare up there coming into turn 3, and so that has caused a red light.
Yeah, I think it could be the 77 car down here on the turns 1 and 2 that has failed to fire up again. But it is hit to pass tonight, and certainly guys, even the Christchurch cars, having a bit of a love tap with each other. But it is the 77 car of Jordan Gillespie that had the bit of a battle with Dwayne Kennett a couple of laps ago, and it looks like it's a DNF or problems with the 77 car, of course. He's got a whole heap of production saloon trophies sitting in his cabinet from last year. He's trying to get a few street stock ones, a little bit thin on the ground as Jordan Gillespie, very, very quick, but boy did he help some of the Nelson drivers out at the qualifying at the New Zealand Thailand Blenheim over just after Christmas, and certainly he's done his groundwork as part of the street stock boys here in Nelson.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jody, I don't think the EL Falcon would transfer so easily to the productions. Maybe a little bit heavy for that class.
No, he's been in productions for a few years. He's graduated into the street stocks, of course. The other one, part of CZ Motorsport, has transferred as though he's transferred into stock cars. And of course, I think Cam was coming back in the 11 production saloon. Of course, more as a former rally car driver. And I've given him a ride pretty early before. I tried to oversource his chips out of the hot dog stand earlier in the night. Great to see all these people here again. And old Hobbsy sitting on the security gate round here as well. One of my workmates as well, so he's doing a good job keeping the riffraff in and out, although he let me through, so I don't know how that works. Righto, looks like we've got some issues over on the back straight too. Is it the 53 car of Perry Soper might have some issues? There's an outside flat tyre possibly, so he might be coming off as well. Just having a look at the SNZ doing the course, doing his job out there.
Yeah, he's keeping a close eye on things tonight, Jody, and make sure that everybody's playing by the rules. Yep. So unfortunately, we will see a few cars now limping down to the infield as we are on, depending on where you're at, lap either 7, 8, 9 or 10 of 10 tonight.
Yep, no, and I certainly know what it feels like to limp, floating about. Just having an eye on the New Zealand GP as we carry on racing.
Well, we've got the green and they are off, so will Richard Bateman manage to bring it home? Let's have a look and see. He has got Paul Leslie, 1NZ, on his tail as he wants to finish through and bring this home, pick up the last checkered flag of the night. Let's have a look and see what happens.
Yellow.
Well, he has managed to do it, and then Paul Leslie's going to come in second place.
Let's see, rightio, here we go. It looks like we're just going to line them up. It looks like we've only got 7 of the 8 left. Here we go, firing them through. The 66 of Jury's going to lead them through. So a good old battle. We've got a nice racetrack to race on tonight. Watch the 9 car of Lumsden's there as well. Down the back straight they go. Very, very quick competitive cars are the Midgets. And it will be the 45 of Morgan there as well. So a few of the old heads from Christchurch doing well, watching for the 57 of Brown. Just having a look to see where he is off the back at the moment. Hopefully he'll start making the pace up as he tries to sneak underneath Mitchell Hill, who's going wide. The 9 car of Lumsden's going wide, but has he kept the speed up? Trying to catch up with these front markers. Down the back straight they go. Won't take too long to knock off 15 odd laps as they start to go on lap number 3. 21 of Wilkie in chasing the front 2, and that is Glenn Jury leading this one out from Morgan. Here we go, back to Wilkie, Lumsden. Chadwick's there as well, still got a chance in the 98 machine. We'll go back to Jamie Brown. Watch these exhaust pipes as they start to glow. Watch the blue and yellow flames start to come out. These things get all nice and warm. Tips of the exhaust pipe will start to flow. Lumsden going wide, Chadwick going wheel to wheel. Round 1 and 2. And Chadwick just backs off a little bit, just sweeps down underneath the bowl line, picks up a bit of dust, but makes it back out on the track as our battle for the front 3 still going well. Lumsden going high and wide, just bounces off the pit gate and trying to get as much as he can out of this racetrack. Lap number 6 of 15, and it's still 66 Glen Jury leading from Morgan. And we go back to Wilkie, Lumsden, Chadwick. We go back to Hill, and it looks like we may have lost one on the infield. It is Jamie Brown parked up there on 3 and 4. But it is Glen Jury still letting this one through. Chadwick trying to catch up with Lumsden, as Lumsden still wants to hug that pit wall gate out of turn 3 and 4. Just watch what he does as he gets round this time now. Now he goes a bit lower this time, tries to stay from doing too much damage to the car. Hill sees them all in front of him. As Jury continues his merry dance on lap number 9, so just about to go 2/3 of the way through this final race of the Midgets feature race. As the 45 machine just comes low under the pole line, trying to catch up, but Jury can't quite get it done. Open up a bit of a gap between 1 and 2. Back to Wilkie in 3rd as they start lap number 11. Wilkie got it, come is the 98 of Chadwick, and Lumsden still doing battle. Mitchell just looking to pounce as well. And we've seen these guys starting to chew up tyres on a good racetrack, but it's nice and smooth. They can put the car where they want. Jury quite happy to run that line as Morgan still trying to catch him. So 1 and 2. Morgan trying to get under him, shutting the door from Jury. He's going to have to try again as we get down to lap number 13. So the white flag coming out next time round. Looks like he might be able to get a bit of a gap. Wilkie still holding on to 3rd. Lumsden into 4th. Chadwick 5th. And Mitchell, that is the 6th left. As they come through, the white flag should be about to be waved, as it is. Out he comes. Glen Jury in the 66 machine, just got the 4 corners to survive. Try and get through. Looks like he's got a good race line. Opens up a bit of a gap on Morgan. Slides round 3 and 4. Will straighten up, pick up the checkered flag and the feature race win from Ben Morgan. It will be Wilkie coming through in 3rd from Lumsden, Chadwick. There we go, back to Mitchell Hill, done and dusted. No cautions, straight from start to finish. That is our 15 lap feature as the flames fly out of the exhaust pipes as these guys just slow it down. Fantastic racing from our midgets. It's been lovely to get them back here and more often, and hopefully we can rebuild the grade. Rightio, Superstock's hit the pass. We can tell you that in 1st place it was the 1NZ of Paul Leslie, picks up the race win from the 11 of Cody McCarrison. 3rd place goes to the 115 of Richard Bateman. 4th place it is the 3NZ of Steve Soper, and 5th spot it is the 58N of Cassandra Breen. That is your top 5 in the Superstock hit the pass. Thanks very much, folks.
Is injected to the victim by means of bite, sting, or some other sharp body feature, which is what differentiates it from poison that is absorbed, consumed, or inhaled.